to a solid Sunday starter, and off of that, he is this week's pitcher of the week. So, again, I think it validates the move that UNCW wanted to make with the rotation. Bromley Thornton, he came out of the bullpen, and that's going to be his role with these other three starters. But certainly it was a move that, again, it was successful. It worked for UNCW last weekend.
Yeah, it really did. And when you look at it, opponents are hitting, 223 against this pitching staff. And especially when you hit this time of the year and you go into the tournament, it's pitching, and it's pitching depth. And now all of a sudden you have what used to be your Friday starter sitting in that Sunday slot. And, that's not a bad position to be.
Well, yeah, and Tom Reardon brought this up to me last week. It gives you, you're either in a position to sweep potentially, you're in a position to win a series come Sunday, or you're in a position to try to salvage a series and make sure you don't get swept. So to have somebody with the credentials and the experience that Connor Marshburn has, it's a great person, a pitcher to have in that Sunday start.
Yeah, and you obviously saw the game at Elon on Sunday, and sometimes coaching staffs just get a feel, and maybe all of a sudden Marshburn feels comfortable in that 3 slot, because all of a sudden now, you've got a left-hander on Saturday, Marshburn comes back on Sunday, and as you made mention, if you look up not only in the CAA but throughout college baseball, not many teams have a solid Sunday starter that can not only shut the opponent down but also give you innings.
Yeah, a lot of times come Sunday it becomes a staff day. Not the case on Sunday for UNCW, getting 7 solid innings from Connor Marshburn this past week. Again, off of that, he is the pitcher of the week for a second time this season. So UNCW comes here to this weekend having won the series at Mount Pleasant, and now trying to do that here in Wilmington. As Marty said, the Seahawks have had success against the Cougars here, 16-9 at Brooks Field all time, trying to keep that going here for this one this evening. Tomorrow, right now, Game 2, 4 o'clock. Game 3 on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Weather permitting for tomorrow, the rest of the weekend as well, as there is some wet weather headed this way, and we'll see how that may affect things and adjust things. So, again, puts a little bit more onus on getting a victory here, Game 1, for both of these teams, because you just don't know what's going to happen and how the schedule will be set up after this Game 1 tonight.
Boy, I was thinking the same thing. Obviously, your first game of the series is important, but when all of a sudden weather, pitching, rotations, how you're going to play that game going forward really puts an emphasis on this one.
We're on Flow Sports, also on ESPN Wilmington, WMFD Wilmington, W269DF Wilmington, and WKXB HD3 Bowling Spring Lakes. Doug Carlisle back in the studio for us tonight as we keep things here for the anthem. Game 1 of the weekend is series. We get you set now with the Hampton Inn starting lineups, and we'll start with Charleston. They come in at 20-23, 10-11 in the conference. Jacob Emmon will lead off. He's a left fielder. The catcher is Dylan Johnson batting second. First baseman Alex Lacoste will bat the 3-hole. Ethan Weiler, the cleanup hitter today, the second baseman. Designated hitter is Braden Smith batting fifth. Batting sixth, Landon Henfield, the third baseman. It's Nick Diaz, the right fielder, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Will Tippett, the shortstop, and the center fielder, Coach's son, Holbrook, will bat ninth. For UNCW defensively in the outfield, left to right, J.P. Pinella in left, Jake Bechtel in center, and Will Terrell, the right fielder. On the infielders, Trevor Lucas at third base, Kevin Jones at short, Mason Hughes at second, Randy Thompson at first base. Howie Rickett is catching behind there, starting for a 25th time this season as Cooper Allen, one of the best, if not the best pitchers in the conference, to junior righty, 6-2 at 2.09 ERA. Making his 12 starts, second on Friday in the series, or the conference weekend series. 71 strikeouts, third most, and he's got the second fewest walks, 12 this season. Also leads the league with 64 2/3 innings pitched, despite just 3 2/3 last week. Our Hampton Inn starting lineup for all your hotel needs. Contact the Hampton Inn University area, the Landfall Park Hampton Inn and Suites. Find us online at hamptoninn.com. Reach Jewelers Diamond Dimensions at Brooksfield, 325 to the lines, 360 in the power alleys, and at 380 to straightaway center field. Visit your local Reach Jewelers at Independence Mall and Mayfair Town Center. Reach Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. A big one coming up soon, Mother's Day coming up. Keep Reach Jewelers in mind. Carolina Ford Dealers umpires, the crew chief Joseph Holt behind the plate. Eric Byram at first base. Kevin Morgan is at third. Adventures on deck. Step up to a plate with the legendary power and performance of a Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport on your team. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics.
So, Mike, if you look at the first matchup between these two teams down in Charleston, real pitchers battle. 2-1 ball game, and that's kind of what you expect for your Friday night pitching. Charleston overall heading 258. Neither team really features the long ball. Charleston, has the home runs at 27 compared to 37 for UNCW. But I think one of the things that jumps out at me, Charleston has only struck out 298 times. Seahawks over 400 times. So the Cougars have a tendency to put the ball in play.
Defense has been pretty solid, certainly last weekend at Elon for UNCW. Jacob Ammon will lead off. The freshman from James Island, South Carolina. UNCW in their white uniforms, navy caps, gray uniforms with the maroon caps. So reset that pitch clock here. And now Allen will step off. We have communication issues already here with the pitch comm. Not getting the communication from the dugout from Howie Rickett, the catcher here. So wait and see on that. But Cooper Allen, semifinalist for the National Pitcher of the Year, a 3-time conference pitcher of the week as well for him. So he has been really solid for UNCW. He was the game 2 starter when these two teams met in March. So it is an issue with Howie Rickett, the catcher, his pitch comm unit.
So as you made mention, when Allen's on, that four-seamer goes about 93 miles an hour, good sinker cutter. It's that sweeper and breaking ball that when he's on, he'll throw on any count, even at 3-2, that can really keep the batters off balance. Obviously, early on, just pound the strike zone and set the stage for the afternoon.
First pitch, ground ball, and it's right to the second baseman. Hughes over to first base on 1 pitch, 1 out. Good way to start there for Cooper Allen here in this ball game.
One thing that jumps out at me is just the maturity of Allen. When I spoke to him after a Saturday victory when he was the number 2 slot weekend pitcher, and he just talked to the offense. Said, look, get some runs. I'll take care of things on the mound. We'll play good defense behind. He's got a lot of confidence in his teammates.
Dylan Johnson, the catcher. First pitch he sees, a fly ball to right field. 2 pitches, an out and a hit now as Dylan Johnson will be the first batter to reach base for Charleston.
So let's see if that trend continues a little bit, maybe what the scouting report is telling. Again, this is the second time through for these guys. Outside of the plate, just takes it into right center field. And as is the custom, the shift is on.
Coast, the first baseman, shift to the left side as Hughes playing up the middle behind the bag, swing and a miss.
So 3 batters, 3 first pitch swings.
Yeah, the downside, I would think, of playing 6 games, 2 3-game series against the same opponent. You said it there. Now they've seen Cooper Allen once. So going up there being aggressive, trying not to get behind in the count. As that pitch, the fastball high, 1-1 to Lacoste, the first baseman. Team leader with 6 home runs and 28 RBIs on the year.
You know, it's a simple thing, but it's one thing to see a pitcher on tape. It's another thing to see it live.
This pitch misses away, 2-1.
Rickett behind the plate again with Allen on the mound.
Howie Ricketts been getting his number called a little bit more often now behind the plate. Position that's been 3 different catchers throughout the season. Martinez and Bubinek as well. Outside, 3-1 now to Lacoste, sophomore from Simpsonville, South Carolina. No score, top of the first, runner at first base.
As we hit May 1, by now both teams want to have that lineup kind of settled, understanding the rotation.
Pitch, catches the outside corner.
And that's kind of what we're talking about. 3-1 pitch, doesn't get it in with the fastball. Throws that breaking ball. Let's see how aggressive Charleston wants to be on the bases tonight.
Keeping that ball down, looking to get a ground ball to try to turn 2 here. 1 out, runner on at first base. Runner on the move, the pitch, a strike, throws, couple of hops, and it's there in time. Tag applied by Hughes. And it becomes a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the top of the first inning. Howie Rickett, the 13th would-be base stealer he's thrown out this season. Even though it was on a couple of hops, got it out of his hands and down to second quickly. No score after a half inning of baseball. Back with the Seahawks coming up when we return on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hit the water with confidence in a Carolina skiff rigged with the ultimate Suzuki outboard from Marine Warehouse Center. These boats are designed for stability and ease of use, making them ideal for fishing trips and family excursions. Suzuki brings customers the ultimate lightweight, efficient, and reliable 4-stroke power outboards. To get your Carolina skiff powered by Suzuki, call Marine Warehouse at 910-799-1277 or visit marinewarehousecenter.com.
Hey, you got a sale coming up? Your company have some special offer, a big event. There's no better way to spread the word around town than on the radio. Word of mouth advertising starts right here. See, people in this town, they wait to the last minute to do everything. Make plans for the weekend, buy your concert tickets, whatever. Radio is a great way to reach people right before they make their buying decision. We get people on the move, in the car, driving to the shop. Get heard, get noticed, get results, get radio.
Hi, it's Holly Shaw, General Sales Manager at Sunrise Broadcasting. We'd love to get working for you. To get started, go right now to this station's website or social media.
Good defense to end the top half of the first. You had Hughes just waiting on the runner there on the throw from Howie Rickett. So no score. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Back to the Hampton Inn starting lineups. The batting order for UNCW. The Seahawks coming in at 25-18, 13-8 in the conference. J.P. Pinella will lead off, followed by Trevor Lucas and Mason Hughes. Middle 3 are Howie Rickett, the DH, Danny O'Brien, and Jake Bechtel. In the bottom 3, Will Terrell, Kevin Jones, and Brady Thompson. Defensively for Charleston, the outfield is Jacob Ammon. Reese Holbrook is in center field and Nick Diaz in right. Landon Penfield at third base. Will Tippett the shortstop. Ethan Plyler at second. Alex Lacoste is at first base. Dylan Johnson catching it. And Carter Harrington, you see him there. Freshman righty, 1-4, 6.11 ERA. 41 strikeouts, 22 walks on the season. Making his 11th start, overall his 12th appearance this season.
So let's go back to the inning-ending double play. You get the strikeout. Rickett, even though it bounced a couple of times, it was on the right side of the bag. One of those cases where the runner came right into the tag. Nice play. Charleston, you know, almost 74% throughout the year as far as success on stolen bases. So both teams have been successful trying to be aggressive on the bait pass. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Pinella's been an aggressive guy with 15 stolen bases. He's been getting on quite a bit with 56 hits this season, 5th most in the conference. He'll lead off here in left field defensively. Slight shift to the right side against the lefty. First pitch and a strike taken by Piniella, who leads the league, batting .378 this season now. Wind blowing left to right, lights turned on. Again, cloudy start to this one. Chop ball left side, charging. It's Tippett, the shortstop, picking and throwing, bouncing it there. Not in time. He's safe. Is Piniella. So again, Pinella's a guy who knows who he is. And so many times he reaches base with that chop ball as he does right there.
And we're going to take a look at it on the replay as umpires will go in, and as Charleston wants to challenge the call. But you're right, Mike. He knows what his strength is. And once that ball hits the turf a second time, he usually gets a great break out of the batter's box. And again, being a left-hander, gets another step or two. It was bang, bang at first.
When he crossed, he went to put his hands on his helmet. I think he thought he was called out. He was called safe. You get a look at it here. He's got to go to the orange bag, and I don't know. That may be out as that ball at least around the mitt. Is it hit the back of the mitt before that foot hits the orange bag for Piniella?
Well, the tie goes to the runner. And that's really not a conclusive angle there, as you see the first baseman. This is probably a better look for us from third. That's close.
Is there
Again,
enough to overturn?
Yeah, there it is. The call on the field is safe. And you can see Piniella at the last second kind of give that extra stretch of stride, knowing it's going to be close. I just don't know if there's enough to overturn it.
Great job getting the front side of that bag. Again, the orange bag for the runner. The white bag for first baseman there, Lacoste. On the throw from the shortstop, Tippett. Different angle here. It is at the ball. Cleanly and clearly in the mitt of the first baseman, Lacoste. Ahead of the foot being on the bag for J.P. Piniella. If it stands, it'll be his 57th hit this season. Put the leadoff man on base for UNCW in a scoreless game.
I'll tell you what, I think this also shows the importance, the premium that both teams feel as far as getting out to a good start, getting the early lead. A long look at it. Again, the call was safe. That one angle, like you're right, it looks like maybe the ball was in the glove. Here's your ruling. It's called safe. And I think that's because it was safe on the field.
So there goes a challenge for Charleston. Got one remaining. Now you've got Piniella on at first base and brings up Trevor Lucas. Scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. Lucas, outstanding season for him. The junior from Leland, batting .338 this year.
And the speed at the top of the lineup.
First base back safely. Piniella, as mentioned, 15 stolen bases. He's 15 for 20 on the season.
Charleston back, punched up the middle a little bit, looking for that ground ball. Double play.
Harrington, the righty. Set and the pitch. This is away, a ball and no strikes. So Piniella and also Bechtel, two guys that are stealing bases. 14 of 15 for Piniella, or for Bechtel. 15 for Piniella, again trying to be the first Seahawk to swipe 20 bags since Greg Jones did that in 2019. Stays put here, ground ball, actually line ball to the third baseman, and back in time. Piniella has the throw from Pinfield, a little bit late, but lined out did Lucas. Hard hit 99 off the bat for round number one.
Solid contact, almost handcuffed the third baseman down there. That'll bring up Hughes. Another look at it for you. Squares off, across the diamond. Piniella alertly knowing where the ball is as the play's in front of him, gets back in time.
Scoreless game, bottom of the first, Mason Hughes. First base back safely, Piniella. So Hughes batting .351, still sixth best batting average in the conference. At one time the leader of the league, coming off a 1 for 13 outing at Elon last week. Trying to get things going back in the right direction. We'll shift on to the right side. Play Penfield well off the line, almost in the shortstop's position. And this is going to be lined out to Plyler at second base. Again, Piniella has to stay put at first. So a couple of line outs here. Now it's Howie Rickett with 2 outs and a runner on at first base.
Line out to third and then a soft line drive to second. Both teams been aggressive early in the count. We saw Charleston, first 3 batters offered at the first pitch. Seahawks have been offering it pitches early in the count as well. Let's see if Piniella goes with 2 out.
First pitch, breaking ball away, a ball and no strikes.
And again, Mike, just the fact that he's a threat over there, he splits the pitcher's concentration. He's got to worry about the runner instead of focusing just 100% on the batter at the plate.
7th pitch of the inning for Harrington, a chop ball up the middle. It'll be taken by Plyler over to first base, and it's a 1-2-3. So an 8-pitch inning for Cooper Allen, 7 pitches for Carter Harrington. Both teams with a runner on, but no runs in. Scoreless after 1 inning. It's UNCW Baseball, Flow College, and ESPN Wilmington.
The Coast is calling. Spend your next 4 years at UNC Wilmington. Learn more at uncw.edu/coast.
This is the CAA on Flow College.
The Coast is calling. Spend your next 4 years at UNC Wilmington. Learn more at uncw.edu/coast.
No score here at Brooks Field. UNCW and College of Charleston, game 1 of the weekend series. Hardy CAA scoreboard. Northeastern beats Monmouth 13-10, so they move a game up on the Hawks in the North Division. Other games in the South Division. It is bottom of the first. Elon leads at William & Mary 1-0, and bottom of the first, Campbell leads 3-0 at home against A&T. On the softball field, Bozeman Field to our right, in a game that will decide the winner of the South Division. It is bottom of the second. Campbell and UNCW tied at 1. Both teams have won a game, 2-0 yesterday for Campbell. A win earlier today for UNCW. UNCW now just pulls ahead, bottom of the second, up 2-1. 1 out, bases loaded there again at Bozeman Field. So the winner of that one wins the South, as that's the last game of the regular season in softball. Fly over here at Brooks Field. First pitch, swing and a miss for Ethan Plyler, the second baseman, leading off for the Cougars here in the second.
Big Osprey. It was not a big drone.
Not a big drone.
A little different budget on that one.
You know, an Osprey is a Seahawk. There is no such thing as a Seahawk, but the Osprey, the closest thing.
This is only day 1 of this weekend.
Too.
I'll tell you one thing about Charleston, if you look at it, extra base hits, 70 doubles on the year. Look at this, 9 triples. So they'll get the ball in the gaps. Take that extra base.
Allen with the 0-2, and the curveball is sent to left field. And a base hit for Plyler. So the second hit for Charleston, a leadoff single here for Ethan Plyler in the second.
Plyler with the ball into left field, got the breaking ball up where he could really square it and get a look at it right there. High in the strike zone, leadoff man on.
Designated hitter Braden Smith. Don't necessarily look for him to bunt. This is a team in Charleston that has only 5 sacrifice bunts the entire season. That's it. UNCW, a couple of batters in on their roster with 5 or more themselves as the first pitch, fastball away.
Smith 224, a couple of home runs, 12 RBIs. Shortstop about a step to the first base side of second. Seahawks playing him dead to pull.
Fouls it away, left side, 1-1. Smith, the redshirt junior from Statham, Georgia, went 1 for 2 in these two teams' first met. Nobody really had a big game. For the top of the lineup, they collect 10 hits combined. Ammon, Johnson, and LaCoste. One outside, 2 balls and a strike to Smith.
Allen wants to change the baseballs there, get a little different grip. As you made mention, this is, you know, obviously it's his second Friday start as a weekend, but really the first time on regular rest, as it was a shorter week for him, as he pitched a Saturday and then came right back on a Friday. More of a routine, regular rest today.
2-1. This is outside, 3 balls and a strike now to Smith.
And again, when he's effective, he's down low in the strike zone. He's leaving a couple pitches up high early.
Takes a look at the runner at first base, Plyler. The kick in the pitch, fouls it back, a full count now to Braden Smith.
Look at the third baseman, Mike, for the Seahawks. Lucas is literally almost where the shortstop usually plays. He gets the ball down that third base line, he'll run forever.
Ground ball right side, but foul. Hole 3-2.
It's always interesting as a pitcher, too. You know your defensive alignment behind you. If you're going to pitch to that outside corner, you want to make sure there's not solid contact, because there's really nobody on that left side of the infield, especially, to make the play.
Three-two once again. And a ground ball foul once again.
Getting in on his fists.
Next pitch will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Braden Smith. Again, Allen 8 total pitches in the first inning, as he saw the minimum with the caught stealing of Dylan Johnson. No score. Top of the second. Nobody out with a runner on at first base.
Tyrell really deep and right.
3-2, misses inside, and a walk to Smith will put runners at first and second base. Nobody out in the top of the second inning.
So went inside with a breaking ball on 3-2, a little too far inside. So Charleston with base runner traffic for the second straight inning here. I mentioned they don't like to bunt with a left-handed hitter. Just wants to get that ball to the right side. Shift remains there, but now with the runner at second, your third baseman is playing a much more natural third base position.
First pitch low to Landon Penfield. Preseason all-conference pick. Penfield, the third baseman. He's .203 with his average. 2 home runs. He's driven in 12. It's ripped foul right side.
I tell you, at least early on, Charleston making some pretty solid contact on Allen. And a very efficient first inning. He's probably thrown more pitches now than he did the entire first inning.
13 pitches so far this inning now for Allen. Only 8 in that first. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Takes a look at the lead runner, the pitch. Outside with a breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Penfield, who was on the all-rookie team last year. Sophomore from Blythewood, South Carolina.
At least early on, not a lot of real hard break on that breaking ball. Again, leaving a little high.
It's pitched low. 3 balls and a strike.
Steps off, tries to regain. 86 miles an hour on that last pitch.
takes a look a couple times at that lead runner this time and misses away to load the bases up. The single and back-to-back walks, bases loaded, nobody out in the top of a scoreless game in the second.
So 4 of the first 6 Charleston batters have reached base. Again, the single wiped out on the double play in the first. With that, we'll have a quick visit to the mound.
Now we rick it now. Kelly Seacrest heads out there as well for UNCW. Didn't quite have the touch last week in that Friday start for Cooper Allen. Again, a short outing for him, 3 2/3. 3 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody, but he did hit 3 batters in that game. Here is the walks, 2 walks in this inning to go along with that leadoff single to Plyler.
Seahawks, as you would expect early on, will play the infield back, looking for that ground ball. You want to avoid a big inning here in the second. Loaded, nobody out.
Nick Diaz, the right fielder. Allen the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Start him off speed. Get him out ahead of it with the bases loaded, nobody out.
That's what he's looking for early, that breaking ball that bites down, goes away from the right-handed batter.
Up the middle, that'll get through. That'll plate at least 1, maybe 2 runs, as 2 runs do score on the hit from Diaz. And the early lead to Charleston, 2-0 here in the top of the second, still nobody out.
Again, solid contact just up the middle. Allen not able to get a glove on it. And it scoots into center field. Another look at it for you here on the follow through. Right back through the middle, past this diving second baseman, that being Hughes. 2 runs in, still nobody out. Runners at first and second.
Penfield at second base, Diaz now at first base for Will Tippett, the shortstop. Down the line comes Hughes looking to bunt. Scoring around, pulling it back was Tippett, and he takes strike 1.
So what happens here, Thompson breaks in from first. Your third baseman, Lucas, stays home. Looking to see if they can get the lead runner. So your pitcher has responsibility for that third base side if the bunt goes down there.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
So that should allow Thompson to go back to his regular position. And Seahawks looking for that ground ball.
Allen to the plate, he's fouled back. Tippett, the grad transfer from South Carolina out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Batting 198 coming in, 2-0 the score. Charleston leads top of the second. Nobody out, runners at first and second base. Single, walk, and a 2 RBI single. This pitch couldn't get the chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Tippett. Ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Allen takes a deep breath. Keeps an eye on the runner, the pitch. Came inside, popped up right side. Shallow right field. Terrell charges in, and Terrell makes a catch for the first down of the inning. So the fly out to right field, 1 away. Runners at first and second base. And a chance for Cooper Allen to try to minimize the damage here, down 2-0.
That's a big out there. You get the first out of the inning. Runners cannot advance. Here's Reese Holbrook, 288 on the year, 15 RBIs, 1 home run. Getting another left-handed bat from this Charleston lineup.
2-0 score. Chop ball right, and leaping up to make the catch as Thompson steps on first base. That's all he can get. Everybody else is safe. So 2 outs now as Penfield advances to third on the ground out. Diaz to second.
Flips to the top of the order now. This is a big batter early in this game. I mean, base hit, plates 2. 2-0 deficit. Much more manageable than going down by 4 early.
Into the bat, foul by Hammond. Grounded out to Mason Hughes in the first inning. Much different second inning here for Cooper Allen. So from an 8-pitch inning to a 16-pitch inning, actually 26-pitch inning here. It's fouled off right side, 0-2 ahead of Hammond.
So he gets ahead of the batter. When he was running into trouble at the top of this inning, he was falling behind. And one of the walks has already scored.
The other one is at third base, Penfield. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The pitch, ground ball up the middle. Diving attempt for Jones, but it goes into center field. 2 more runs come in, and there is 4-0. So as you mentioned, 2-0 would have been great, but now you're in a hole 4-0 here in this second inning. Another big single up the middle that plates 2 runs.
Yeah, so both RBI base hits go up the middle. There it is, straight up the middle, out of the reach. And 2 more runs in as Jones played a little bit in the hole. Couldn't get to that ball, so, kept the ball on the ground. But again, the walks, early control problems, and Charleston takes advantage of it.
2 of the walk batters, both of them come in to score. Dylan Johnson now, first pitch, fouls off the breaking ball, 0-1. He singled to right field the first pitch he saw in the first, and then was thrown out, attempting to steal second base. And then strike him out, throw him out, double play that ended the first. Different story here in the second, 4 runs in on 3 hits for Charleston. They take the early lead here against Cooper Allen. And the pitch, taken away with a sweeper, but didn't get the swing. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Hammond at first base, 16 stolen bases this season. He's been caught stealing just 4 times.
Johnson 5 extra base hits on the year.
Breaks to second, swing and a miss. The throw to second is in time on perfect throw again. Howie Rickett throws out his second would-be base stealer of this ball game. Seahawks needed that, but still Charleston, they played 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Charleston the early lead, 4-0, middle of the second, here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations, Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Four runs for Charleston in their half of the second. Took advantage of some walks, some timely base hits. UNCW trying to dig themselves out of a hole here as we go to the bottom of the second inning against Carter Harrington. At just 7 pitches, even though he gave up the leadoff base hit to Piniella, Piniella never left first base. 2 lineouts and a ground out. We'll see what they could do with O'Brien, Bechtel, and Terrell coming up here in the 2nd inning. Andy O'Brien, the designated hitter. 231 average on the season. Coming off of a good weekend on the road at Elon for him. Had a home run, his 3rd of the year.
So for the Seahawks right now, you want to lift up Allen a little bit and get a couple of base runners and answer that 4 spot at the top of the 2nd inning. 4 runs on 4 hits for Charleston.
First pitch taken for a strike. And Harrington, the Friday night starter on March 20th, 7 innings, 97 pitches. He gave up 2 runs, only 1 earned on 6 hits. Off the end of the bat, down the 3rd base line, but foul. 0-2. 6 strikeouts, did walk 4 batters, hit a batter as well.
He was named to the perfect game mid-season freshman All-American 2nd team, coming off of that performance early on in March.
Righty delivers high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's where for the Seahawks, you want to be patient at the plate. It's early, you're down by 4, but you don't want to stretch that strike zone.
Ground ball to first, charging and getting a low hop and picking it perfectly as Lacoste steps on the bag. 1 away here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Lacoste with a nice play as he gets that hop before it gives him that in-between hop that could be trouble. Good job charging. Again, for visiting teams, it's especially here on this turf. You don't want to lay back and give that extra bounce.
Turf similar to what they have at Patriots Point in Mount Pleasant, but not as old, so I'm sure it plays a little bit different than down there. Hard hit baseball, but foul off the bat of Bechtel. With 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 2nd, 4-0 Charleston. Bechtel, 264 hitter on the year, the junior from Palm Harbor, Florida. Had only 1 hit in that series at Mount Pleasant, but it was a home run. This one inside off the handle of the bat, fouls it over the press box. No balls and 2 strikes to Bechtel. Ground ball to 3rd. Penfield picks, throws, and there's 2 outs.
Seahawks making solid contact. Not much to show for it early.
Will Terrell, the right fielder. 2 outs and nobody on. 4-0 Charleston. Bottom of the 2nd inning. UNCW down 4-0, trying to do something that they haven't done much, and that has come from behind after their opponent scores first as the first pitch is a strike. They're 4-9 this season when the opponent scores first. Trailing 4-0.
Harrington doing a good job getting first pitch strikes.
Swing and a miss. With the elevated fastball there did Harrington. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Falzou just over the head of the coaches for Charleston on the 3rd base side dugout. I had him sitting down in that dugout to avoid getting hit.
That's why you stretch out before the game, right? That was close.
I think that was Will Dorton, maybe their pitching coach. This is hard hit and snagged by the shortstop. Tip it on the line, climb the ladder. The Seahawks with their 3rd line out here on the ball game. Nothing for UNCW through 2 innings. It's Charleston 4, UNCW nothing. Back with the 3rd next here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for 2.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6!
Pick 6!
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Looking for more than a gym? At O2 Fitness, it's about more than workouts. It's about how you feel, live, and move every day. Enjoy luxurious amenities, spacious turf, top-tier equipment, and expert guidance from personal training, Renew Wellness, and Loop Nutrition. Whether it's a quick lift or a full recharge, you'll find the space, support, and energy to show up as your best self. Feel stronger, live well, do more with O2 Fitness.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap, rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Hard hit ball, but a good defensive play by Will Tippett, the shortstop. And the Seahawks trailing 4-0, top of the 3rd inning. Mike Vaccaro here, and David Glenn joins us now. David Glenn in town here with the North Carolina Sports Network, the David Glenn Show as well, and a guy who loves Wilmington and spending a little time with us here today. David, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Mike. It's always great to see you. Always great to be at this wonderful university. I have loved teaching here. I got engaged in this city. I got married in this city. So 28 years later, tomorrow is actually my 28th anniversary. So it's fun to be here, you know, return to the scene of the crime, as my wife calls it.
Do anything to come to Wilmington, even talk to me for a couple innings here with this game at hand. The Seahawks, again, down 4-0. But great to have you guys here. Mike Waddell bringing the North Carolina Sports Network crew here and promoting it all. We'll get to some of that in a moment here as Dylan Johnson steps in, the first pitch low. And how's it going? You've been a busy man putting a lot of content out there these days.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I mean, I have a personal just appreciation for baseball because that was the sport that I played the longest. But we had, the end of college basketball. We have spring football. We have the transfer portal to cover. And now we have, this state, what was it, 2 years ago, I believe, the great state of North Carolina had more teams in the NCAA baseball tournament than any state in the country, which is just a stunning accomplishment. And there's going to be a bunch again this year, too. So, yeah, man, watching baseball is great on any occasion, but I love it at UNCW especially.
Yeah, UNCW plays most of those schools. North Carolina, East Carolina, NC State is a swing and a miss here for Johnson. Makes it 2-1. High Point's having a good season. They'll be actually here at Brooks Field on Tuesday night coming up as well. So, very rich state when it comes to college baseball and guys that go on to the next level as well. Cooper Allen, the starting pitcher, trying to do that eventually here for UNCW. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes as well. So what's been the big topic here recently? You just had the NFL draft. I'm sure talk a little bit about that, maybe with an ACC angle to it or the North Carolina angle to it.
Yeah, the state of North Carolina was not as prominent as usual in the NFL draft, and I think one of the reasons for that is just the new world of college athletics. In fact, they set the all-time record this year. 92% plus of all draft picks were from the top 4 conferences. Wow. That is the most extreme in the history of the NFL draft, which has been around longer than you and I have been alive. So obviously when smaller football programs produce players, they get signed by the bigger programs and drafted out of the programs. So, NC State had a couple, Duke had a couple, Carolina had nobody drafted. And really, outside the Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, and ACC, truly 20 players from outside of those 4 leagues. So 237 for those 4 leagues combined, and 20 for the rest of the world and all other sources. So that's the extreme nature of that pipeline from college football to the NFL now.
Fly out to center field for Dylan Johnson. Brings up Alex Lacoste. Top of the 3rd. 4-0 Charleston here. First pitch inside at corner for a strike. Talking with David Glenn from the David Glenn Show. And again, how's it going? It's not on the radio these days. Yeah. It's a different format, so I know it's taken you a little time to adjust to that, but certainly a lot of content that you're putting out these days.
Yeah, Mike, it's fun. The consumer in our time in this industry has gotten more and more of an appreciation for on-demand, whether that's on-demand video, and we have a YouTube channel with, thanks in part to UNCW's followers, we're up to almost 75,000 YouTube subscribers. which is in the 98th percentile in the world of all YouTube channels. And we couldn't have done that without some of my prior platforms and people following me, but on-demand audio. Instead of tuning into the radio at a certain time of day every day, if you want to see my interviews with most of the same people, now you just go to the website, ncsportsnetwork.com, find our audio or video stuff, you click, and it's convenient. Whenever you want it, wherever you want it, and that works well for us as content creators, and it certainly works well for the consumer.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the shortstop. Jones picks it cleanly over to first base. 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. And we're talking with David Glenn. David Glenn Show, the North Carolina Sports Network. And yeah, like you said, for creators, it makes it easier. You could be kind of anywhere to interview somebody these days. I think that was maybe some of the good coming away from COVID. It taught us different ways to do interviews with people, no matter where they're at. You can get something done like that.
True. When my show was noon to 3 and statewide for more than a decade, a lot of times if you're inviting super famous people, and you get a lot of those on your great podcast, and I had to say, hey, are you available between noon and 3? The answer wasn't always yes. But if you could just say, hey, coach, I can record with you anytime, day or night, weekends, mornings, whatever, your chances of getting the yes go up considerably.
Well, yes on a base hit there for Ethan Plyler up the middle. A 2-out single for Plyler. Puts a runner on, 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning for Braden Smith, who walked and scored a run in the 4-run 2nd inning. So Cooper Allen is trying to go 1-2-3 here. Chop ball foul.
Can I play color commentator real quick?
Sure. I know you're like you said, you're a baseball guy.
Well, my heart broke for Cooper Allen because he almost got out of that jam in the 2nd inning where that hard hit grounder near short could have been a force out. It's the difference between getting out down 2-0 and getting out down 4-0. And it was fairly hard hit, but if it was right at the shortstop, he's out of that inning, gets some confidence. And then as a former pitcher, I was just dying for the guy because that's baseball, right? If he had hit that same same velocity ground ball just 3 feet to the left, it's an out. Everybody's jogging off. You're down 2-0, and you just feel differently about it. But that's baseball. You got to keep grinding, and that's what Cooper's doing.
Ball gets away from Rickett. He was hit by the pitch, I guess, Smith, and then it went off for the catcher Rickett. So hit batter puts runners at first and second base here with 2 outs. And yeah, that's baseball. Randy Hood talks about that and says that a lot, and it's true because you're going up there doing different things and sometimes inches. The difference, like you said, getting out of that inning, 2 runs, which feel pretty good, and now 4 runs. Now you feel like you're chasing it here. Now for the Seahawks, just the top of the 3rd, but still you're chasing a little bit here.
Yeah, if you're a basketball player at the free throw line and you execute properly, the ball is going to go in. If you're a pitcher and you execute the exact pitch you wanted in the spot you wanted, the guy might still hit it for a home run if that's what he was looking for, right? It's so you can do things the right way and still get penalized. Occasionally you get away with throwing, a hanging curveball and the guy doesn't knock it out. But again, that's baseball, right? Some days it feels like you get the breaks, and some days it feels like you don't get any.
Landon Penfield takes the first pitch for a strike. 2 outs, 2 runners on. 4-0 Charleston, swing and a miss. Now Cooper Allen trying to make his own breaks here. Trying to get out of this inning and leave a couple of runners on base. Get the bats back up here in the bottom half of this inning. Allen comes set. Set the runners and the pitch. Fouls it off. So I know, again, you're a Philly guy, right?
Yeah.
So Philly sports all the way?
Yeah, but with the Flyers, Philadelphia Flyers in hockey, playing the Carolina Hurricanes for the first time, I've had a weird week. So they've been members of the same conference for almost 30 years, and they've never played each other in the playoffs. So whereas the rule of thumb is I root for all the Philadelphia teams, being based in Raleigh and knowing all the folks with the Canes, I've now been married to the Canes. So I still root for the Flyers against everybody else in hockey, but being entrenched in the triangle for 40 years in my case, and being a season ticket holder and in the press box and friends with some of the players and staff members, I got to be all Canes, even though it's head-to-head against my childhood Flyers.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Wild pitch puts 2 in scoring position now with 2 outs to Landon Penfield. Pitch here, swung on and missed. Allen, a big strikeout to get out of the jam and leave 2 runners in scoring position, stranded here in the third. 4-0 Charleston. You going to stick around? We've got more to talk to you about. All right, we're talking with David Glenn here. Stick around as well, folks. We'll be back in just a second. It's UNCW Baseball here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hey, grab me one too.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
4-0 UNCW trails, bottom of the third coming up here at Brooks Field tonight. Mike Vaccaro with you alongside David Glenn from the David Glenn Show, the North Carolina Sports Network, sitting in with us today and out here meeting and greeting fans and talking to them and talking about, again, the North Carolina Sports Network. And you do, like you said, before on the radio, now in this format, so many interviews. Is there an interview that you've done in the past that really sticks out in your mind that you really enjoyed or really get to know one of the interviewees that you had?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them, as there is with you. I mean, Virginia's basketball coach for a long time, Tony Bennett, is just a fascinating human being, beyond being a fascinating basketball coach. And it was really neat that somebody who, in our case, is out of state, sort of overextended himself and was just willing to really let his hair down, so to speak, and have a lot of really personal conversations over the years. So that one sticks out. But we're lucky, right? I mean, in this industry, at 20 years old, Mike, I was interviewing Dean Smith at Carolina, Mike Krzyzewski at Duke, and Jim Valvano at NC State, one-on-one, because of various roles I had as a student reporter that was already in professional journalism. And I'm convinced that helped shape what I wanted to do for a living, why I'm still here in North Carolina 40 years later. There's a long list, I mean, I've had a couple of U.S. presidents on my show. It's crazy how things have taken so many fun turns.
Jones ground ball to third base. Penfield makes the play. One away here in the bottom of the third. 4-0 UNCW trails Charleston tonight as Brady Thompson comes up. Yeah, I would think those three, Dean Smith, Coach K, and Jimmy V, 3 totally different personalities, but all 3 great basketball minds and personalities themselves as well.
And because I've been around for so long now, even though I caught Coach Smith toward the end of his career and Coach Valvano toward the end of his career and life, as it turned out, I was catching Coach K on the earlier end. So I saw his evolution as a coach and even as a person. Like, I would never call him mellow, but the guy I was interviewing in 1989 was a lot more intense than the guy I was interviewing in 2019 or whatever. He's the winningest coach of all time, and I was there for most of that. And, having him so close and nearby just geographically made him more accessible. And he's a fascinating guy. I mean, I know people think of him as just a guy sometimes dropping F-bombs when the camera's on him on TV, but he's a multi-dimensional guy and a fascinating leader beyond being obviously a great basketball coach.
1-2 pitch here to Thompson, just misses 2 balls and 2 strikes. You interview some of these people, are there ones that you went in thinking, all right, I don't know about this guy, and then you come out and you're like, man, that was an amazing interview.
Mike Tyson comes to mind. In terrestrial radio, you can get, as you well know, you can get fined if you say the wrong word at the wrong time. And I mean, big fines. So 90-some% of the time in terrestrial radio, our interviews were live. Now, most people know what the dump button is, like in case of emergency. But with Mike Tyson, I actually told my staff, I think we should record him ahead of time. Because putting him on live radio, what if the guy's late on the dump button, you know? So that one comes to mind. But he turned out to be better than I thought, but he did drop some inappropriate language.
First pitch to Pinella is a strike after Thompson flies out to left. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 4-0 Charleston. Pinella 1 for 1 so far today. 57 hits now on the season for UNCW's leadoff hitter in this lineup. And this pitch at the knees for a strike.
This guy's fun to watch. He is really fun to watch. I've seen him on TV, and now saw him leg that one out in the first. What a hitter.
It's kind of what he does, you know, and we talk about all the time. He knows who he is. So many chop balls, speed for the left side. This is a fly ball to right. Diaz comes in. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it. The Seahawks go in order here in the 3rd. We're talking with David Glenn. You're going to stick around at least one more half inning or so?
If you'll have me, let's do it.
All right. 4-0 Charleston here tonight at Brooks Field. We'll take a break. More to come with David Glenn after these messages on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
4-0 Charleston leads. We go to the 4th inning here at Brooks Field. Tomorrow's game start time is moved to 6 p.m. from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow with the wet weather expected early in the day. So make a note of that. 6 p.m. 5:45 the air time on Flow College on ESPN Wilmington as well. Again, Mike McCarroll here talking with David Glenn. And also before we get back to David, a reminder that this is on the radio ESPN Wilmington, WMFD Wilmington, W269 DF Wilmington, and WKXB HD3 Bowling Spring Lakes with Doug Carlisle in studio for us tonight. Nick Diaz will lead off. He had a 2 RBI single back in that 4-run 2nd inning. Again, David, you do interviews, but you talk about everything. So what's your prep going into some of the things that you're doing? Because you've got to know a little bit of everything when you're a talk show host, as you are.
Yeah, you know, I've always kind of waken up and prepared as if half of my preparation was designed to reflect what I was excited about talking about that day, because I think any host in any context is a better host if they're excited about their subject matter. But then, of course, I asked myself, well, what is my market? And if it's the state of North Carolina and it's the NFL season, they're going to want to talk about the Panthers, right? If the Canes are in the playoffs, they're going to talk about the Canes. If the Duke just played Carolina, they're going to talk about that. So it's kind of a matching of those two things, and then just make yourself an expert so that you can share hopefully some expertise in an entertaining way.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Diaz. Do you have a subject that is more your go-to?
College basketball has definitely become my wheelhouse over 40 years. Just, you know, being surrounded by Duke, Carolina, and State, and those coaches and those players and those rivalries, and just absorbing it because I'm right in the middle of it all, and I get to all 3 schools on a regular basis. Wake Forest not too far away. So many other fun stories like UNC Wilmington, like High Point the last couple of years. I mean, we are a great college baseball state. We are a great college basketball state. So the sport of baseball is close to me because I started playing it at 5 years old and didn't stop till I was in my 20s. So in terms of understanding the nuances of the game, baseball might be number 1. But in terms of just studying the players, the coaches, the subject matter, college basketball has probably become my number 1.
3 balls and a strike here to leadoff hitter Nick Diaz in this 4th inning. And he gets a strike call there, even though Ricky couldn't hold on to it. Full count to Diaz. Thought he walked. Nice to step back in there Cooper Allen on the mound for UNCW so far. 3 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits for him. Start off, tired leadoff batter Diaz. He misses outside, and a walk put Diaz on base. So obviously with basketball, the ACC, a lot to talk about toward the end of this season, and it's more the coaching changes. Have you ever seen a year where, you know, you've had so much kind of upheaval when you look at State, you look at North Carolina from a coaching standpoint in basketball?
I don't know if there's one that exceeds this year, because there's the change from Hubert Davis to Michael Malone at Carolina. There's the change from Will Wade to Justin Gainey at NC State. A lot of people thought Steve Forbes was going to be let go at Wake Forest. He ended up being retained. But several other schools in our state, you know, Takeo Siddle has become a fixture here at UNCW. So you don't have that kind of hot seat talk after his NCAA tournament trip and CAA title last year, regular season. But, you know, UNCG changed coaches. Yep. The Charlotte 49ers changed coaches. And the Campbell Camels changed coaches. So when you overlap our state, which has 19 D1 men's basketball programs, and then the 18 schools I cover in the ACC, there were a lot of coaching changes.
Fly out, tip it to Pinella at third base, and tagging was Diaz. He walked, wild pitch got him to second, and able to tag to get to third base on the fly out that brought Pinella back toward the warning track. So with 1 out, runner at third base here. Top of the 4th inning, 4-0 Charleston. Reese Holbrook comes up 0 for 1. Again, we're talking with David Glenn, the David Glenn Show, the North Carolina Sports Network. Seahawks will bring the infield in here. Again, down 4-0 with 1 out and runner at third base. Pitch outside. So again, you're a pitcher. Situation like this, yeah. What's going through your mind here when you see the infield in and trying to help out your defense?
Yeah, these guys are dealing with the pitch clock, which I never dealt with, and that's a whole different thing, because you could set your own tempo as a pitcher for a long time, and that's not the case anymore. It helps to be a righty with a guy on third. You know, I needed eyes in the back of my head as a lefty. Obviously, your priority just has to be getting this batter out, but you got to be aware of that runner on third. Make sure he doesn't dangle too far down the line.
This is away, 2 balls and a strike. You threw out a first pitch today as well.
Yeah,
you went all the way to the mound.
That was great. It's a thing. It's like a weird thing that I have, that any ceremonial first pitch I do, because I was a pitcher for 20 years, I must do from the rubber. And if that means I don't always throw a strike, so be it. But yeah, until I'm 90 years old, maybe I'll get down in front of the mound at that point.
Ground ball right side, that will go foul.
Some years I have buddies here who are harassing me, hoping that I will, you know, hit the backstop or the mascot or something. I don't think they were here tonight, so I was a little more relaxed. And your team managers, by the way, did a great job warming me up, and I even showed them some of my old curveballs and slurves. So that was fun.
Get the ice out later.
Yes, I'll need it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out with a runner at third base. 4-0 Charleston here, top of the 4th inning. Allen set. Pitch outside. Full count. As you said, you know, you've been here last couple of years. First time you're seeing the video board here, and you're impressed with it.
Love it, absolutely. I mean, I remember always looking up the board in my previous visits, the previous board. But this is just bigger, more vibrant, eye-catching, and it still leaves that great space in left center for folks who want to watch games from out there.
Pitch down low, so another walk here. There's the 4th walk to go along with a hit batter for Allen. Runners on the corners here with 1 out in the 4th inning. Now it's the top of the lineup. Jacob Ammon comes up 1 for 2 today. 2 RBI single back in the second. So it's Diaz at third base. Holbrook now at first base. Allen would love to get a ground ball here. First pitch, fouls it back. 0-1. Anything big around the corner for you guys as far as, you know, content or what you plan to do? I know, you know, you got the summer, maybe a slower time, but then ramp things back up for football season.
We have an annual show called the Pineys. And we essentially pick a team of the year, a moment of the year, a coach of the year, a player of the year. And it could be anything in our state. It could be basketball, football, but it could be, who wins, does Michael Jordan win the Big Rock fishing tournament? Or it could be any special story because we have 5 or 6 different categories. So that's something that's fun we do in the off season. And just as when we had some Cinderellas in the NCAA tournament, when High Point made it, Flynn Clayman joined the David Glenn Show. And when Queens made it, Grant Leonard joined the David Glenn Show. So we look forward to following those college baseball stories as they happen, interviewing those new coaches who took new jobs in the coaching carousel in men's basketball or football coming off of spring practice. Even though it's a slower time, certainly in college sports with fewer games, some people are actually more accessible because it's a slower time.
Sure.
So you might get a coach who's willing to just sit down in his office with you, whereas if you ask for that during the season, that would be a hard no. It's a maybe during the summer, so we get to some of those fun assignments.
Go to first base, back safely over there is Holbrook after he broke to second in the last pitch. It was fouled off by Ammon. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. 4-0 Charleston. We're talking with David Glenn, the David Glenn Show, North Carolina Sports Network. Allen. Pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You're talking about football and different changes. Bill Belichick, have you had a chance to interview him at all?
I have. I've only had a chance to interview him because I do events with him. He is notoriously difficult to get for one-on-one interviews, and I joked with him that, I offered my MC duties to various organizations just so that he couldn't possibly dodge my questions.
Pop-up caught there by Lucas for out number 2. What was your takeaway? This new role that he's had, and certainly making some waves, bring a lot of notoriety to it.
He's a different guy. Yeah. I mean, he marches to his own drummer. There's no doubt about it. There's an event I've done in the Triangle for decades called the Triangle Pigskin Preview. He's the only coach who showed up essentially as we're supposed to walk on stage. It's 5 coaches and me on stage. So I've dealt with probably 100 coaches over the years, and he's the first one that wasn't there at 10:59 when we're supposed to be on stage at 11 a.m. So he does things his way, that's for sure. And he's a tunnel vision guy. He just mostly doesn't care what anybody thinks about anything on the outside. And but his way is going to have to work better at Carolina because his way didn't work very well in year 1 at all.
1 ball, no strikes here to Dylan Johnson. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now in this 4th inning. Seahawks trailing, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Johnson, who's 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the 1st inning. Diaz at 3rd base. It's Holbrook at 1st base. Cooper Allen pitch out of some trouble here. Diaz with a leadoff walk. Wild pitch got him to second. Fly out to 3rd as this pitch is fouled back. They start at Holbrook. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So again, with the coaching changes, you've got somebody like Justin Gainey, who I'm sure you saw maybe as a player, and now come back as a coach. What's that like to cover somebody that long?
Those things are happening more and more often, obviously, as we all get older. In fact, Reese Holbrook, I actually was a baseball announcer announcing Chad Holbrook's games when he was a player at UNC. So that's a whole full circle moment.
Swing and a miss by Johnson. Holbrook stays on base, as does Diaz. So Allen able to pitch out that jam. We'll continue that story when we get back here. Bottom of the 4th comes up next. Seahawks trailing 4-0 here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations, Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Four 0 UNCW trails here at home to Charleston, bottom of the fourth inning. Mike Vaccaro here talking with David Glenn, the David Glenn Show, NC Sports Network. You're talking about Chad Holbrook. You're calling some of his games now, his son here. And so you're seeing guys from players to coaches, guys from players to coaches,
right.
sons now as well. It's got to be fun to do what you do for that long, to be able to see that.
It is, no doubt about it. I mean, Justin Gainey, you brought up last half inning. He was this bright young man from Greensboro, North Carolina, who signed with NC State, played for Herb Sendek. And watching him play, I kind of both knew that he was not going to be a long-time pro, but also so smart, so mature, that if he had wanted to get into coaching, I was thinking to myself, he's got a shot, right? And now here we are. He's the head coach at his alma mater. It is crazy.
Trevor Lucas, Mason Hughes, Howie Rickett due up for UNCW in this inning against Harrington. The first pitch is fouled off. And you know, think, I mean, I love the fact when guys go back to their alma maters, you know, and it just means more to them. You've got to think that maybe helps him. And, you know, you hope for a guy like that who wants to do good by his alma mater.
For sure. It's not like guys aren't trying as hard at other schools if it's not their alma mater, but Will Wade didn't bleed NC State red. Justin Gainey, because he wore the uniform, knew the culture, knows many of the people, it's just different. And obviously it's worked well for John Shire at Duke, former Blue Devil star player. And it's one of the things that makes your recruiting pitch very authentic, right? You can speak from a position of authority about what it's like to play at that school if you actually wore that uniform.
Lucas flies out to left, brings up Mason Hughes. One out, nobody on here. Bottom of the fourth inning. 4-0 College of Charleston. All 4 runs coming in the second for the Cougars. Ooh. Scored around and took the ball inside and gets hit by the pitch. Hughes will
that hurts.
Head down to first base. Yeah, I don't think he was intending for that to happen. Scored around a bunt. 86-mile-an-hour pitch inside. So Hughes on at first, brings up Rickett. All right, as a pitcher, what's going through your mind when you hit somebody like that?
I was thinking about the batter that time, because whereas nowadays they do have those pads on the back of the elbow, I couldn't tell if that hit the lower rib cage in the back is a really vulnerable area, and I thought it might have caught him there. I mean, as a pitcher, it's extremely rare that you're trying to hit somebody, and in that case, obviously not.
First pitch to Rickett is a strike.
I was more of a control guy. I mean, I didn't throw that hard, so I better have had good control. So
crafty lefty.
Yeah, junk balling lefty, crafty. Those are nice ways of saying he doesn't throw very hard.
0-1 pitch, bounced in.
But these guys throw so hard, Mike. Both Cooper and the Charleston pitcher.
Yeah, Carter Harrington.
I mean, it's understandable that it's harder to have pinpoint control. They are throwing so hard. I have never thrown a single pitch in my life as hard as both of these guys throw regularly, which is, it's just amazing. But you can tell both of them sometimes can be a little bit erratic.
Giving the catcher Johnson a moment as that one got him on the wild pitch. Hughes went to second, so 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Steve Carlton was your guy, right?
Yes.
Growing up?
Yeah, and he was just masterful, had enough of a heater, but also that wicked left-handed dive at the feet of the right-handed batter is a slider that got so many swings and misses where, you know, you don't have to throw the ball over the plate if they're going to swing at the bad ones.
4-0 Charleston, 1 out, runner at second for UNCW. The 1-1 pitch to Rickett is fouled off right side. Do you ever have a chance to interview Steve Carlton?
I did not. I did get to interview Harry Callis, the longtime voice of the Philadelphia Phillies, very late in his career. He also left me a voicemail kind of back in the days where, you know, you had to kind of be crafty on how to save the voicemail. different than smartphones, so I saved the Harry Kalas voicemail and still have it today.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with that voice, so, I mean, you know how that is. It can be that way in any sport, but there's something about baseball where, I mean, you're the voice of the Seahawks. Like, people associate the Seahawks with your voice. And for me, I don't want to go all Field of Dreams on you, but there's an extra emotional layer about baseball, probably because of my childhood and just attachment to the game. But Harry Kalas was that guy for me as a 5-year-old, and a 10-year-old and a 17-year-old, and even into adulthood before he finally hung up the microphone, so to speak.
Anybody now that you watch, you listen to kind of like that?
In terms of, like, the content, I love Jay Billis of ESPN on college basketball. I'm not emotionally attached the way I would be to Harry Kalas, but just I have an appreciation for his wit, his sense of humor, his expertise, being a former player. He and I are also both guys who practiced law for a while. We have somewhat similarly analytic brains, so I have an appreciation for that. And yeah, the voice of the Carolina Hurricanes happens to be a friend of mine. So when I hear Mike Maniscalco, I think of my friend. If I hear Mike Vaccaro, I think of my friend, right? So there's a different attachment at the schools or at the programs. Mick Mixon was the voice of the Panthers for a long time. He's a very close friend of mine. So that's a different type of sentimental attachment, but it's an even more important one, really. Mick was one of my mentors. In fact, when I described calling Chad Holbrook's baseball games, it was Mick Mixon was the voice of Carolina baseball. I was just the law student sidekick who would walk across the street from the law school to Boshamer Stadium to call some innings of a Tar Heel home baseball game.
Nice. Yeah, Mick, longtime analyst with basketball with Woody Durham before he went on to the Panthers, as you mentioned there. Ricky with a strikeout looking 2 outs. Runner at second base is Hughes. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, it's 4-0 Charleston. Danny O'Brien, 1 ball and no strikes on O'Brien, the designated hitter, grounded out to the first baseman Lacoste back in the 2nd. Harrington trying to work around a little bit of traffic here. Strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Definitely baseball just seems like it's made more, obviously we're on Flow College, but radio is a great medium for baseball. As it's been through the years, a chop ball down to first, that's foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And baseball, like you said, you grew up playing it, just a different sport. As a fan, as a player, as a broadcaster, you get to see something different almost every time out here, but it's always fun for sure.
The nuances of the game are endless and fascinating to me. This ballpark is a place of peace for me. I mean, I love coming here for so many different reasons.
Swing and a miss, fouled off by O'Brien, but catcher Johnson could not hold on to it. So O'Brien stays alive, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hughes, who was hit by a pitch and went to second on the wild pitch, still there. Takes his lead now. Game 1 of the weekend series. Game 2 tomorrow, moved to a 6 p.m. start. This pitch low. A full count to O'Brien.
Anyone who appreciates this game, think of what Greg Maddux did as a pitcher. He was truly the Einstein of pitchers. So off the charts smart, and I tried so hard to use my brain, which was more powerful than my left arm, to try to get people out using my head along with my arm.
Strike 3 taken by O'Brien to end the inning. The Seahawks will leave that runner on. David Glenn, thank you so much for your time.
Great to see you,
man.
My friend. Thanks
Great
for having me,
you
Mike.
Here and enjoy the rest of your time here in Wilmington as you enjoy your anniversary.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you, and appreciate UNCW.
Again, David Glenn, the David Glenn Show, North Carolina Sports Network joining us. We'll take a break. Top of the 5th next here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
At UNCW, engineering starts by the sea and centers on you. Engineer your journey, guided by expert faculty invested in your success. UNCW Engineering, your path, your passion, your impact.
Hello, I'm Ben Cochran, Managing Partner at Hardison & Cochran, Attorneys at Law. My firm helps good people in North Carolina who have unfortunately had their life turned upside down due to an injury. We help our clients by telling their story and leveling the playing field against opponents who have an army of lawyers fighting to diminish or outright deny their claim. we're ready to help. All you have to do is reach out.
Hardison and Cochran, North Carolina personal injury attorneys, 910-all-threes.
At UNCW, engineering starts by the sea and centers on you. Engineer your journey, guided by expert faculty invested in your success. UNCW Engineering, your path, your passion, your impact.
Fun and games here at Brooks Field tonight. UNCW, though, trying to get things going, down 4-0 here through 4 innings of baseball. Mike Vaccaro back with Marty Fair joining us now. Our thanks to David Glenn for spending a little time with us. One Philly sports fan to another Philly sports fan as we bring Marty back here. So he said he's all Hurricanes.
Yeah, so are my kids.
you got the hat, though, to prove that you're not.
No, man. Born and raised, baby. Born and raised.
So it's a house divided for you, huh?
No, it's a house united. I told him to go to Broward. So, no, it's all good. It's all good. Growing up, especially early on.
Alex Lacoste, first pitch, chops it foul.
Which is obviously not true now because the Hurricanes are probably one of the classes of the National Hockey League. But I used to tell the kids when they were little, you went to Panthers games and you went to Hurricanes games because that way you didn't have to travel so far to see the Flyers or the Eagles. So, but, and his allegiance is to state, so it all works out.
0-1 pitch, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Tell you what, though, Mike, Seahawks survived the 3rd and the 4th, where it could be a lot more than 4-0. It's been a struggle, but they're still really in this ball game. Just need to get the offense moving a little bit.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2, and just trying to get Cooper, I would think, through this 5 innings. He's at now 84 pitches here, and there is some activity lefty warming in the bullpen for UNCW.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a gamer so far, pitched, except for really the first inning where the throw him out double play. He's worked with a lot of activity on the bases. Got a couple of key pop-ups.
Yep. Alex Sobel down there, the lefty, warming in the pen for UNCW. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Lacoste. He was 0 for 2. Yeah, good pitch there. Takes it for strike 3, does Lacoste. Got a good touch on that pitch. Good bite on it as well to strike out Lacoste looking.
I was about to say this exact same thing. The difference here versus the second inning, there's a little more bite on that breaking ball. He's getting the ball down. 1, 2, 3 inning would go a long way in this ball game.
Ethan Plyler now 2 for 2 today. After he had just 1 hit the series in Mount Pleasant, swings and misses. 4 Ks now for Allen.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen as this game has gone on. There have been more swing and misses early on, especially in the first 2 innings. Charleston making solid contact, getting ahead of the count.
Low here, 1-1 to Plyler. Single and a run scored in the second, and a single up the middle in the third as well. 4 runs on 3 hits, all coming in the second inning for College of Charleston as they lead 4-0.
So David Glenn popped in for a couple innings. Look who popped in here for the 5th.
Wow, royalty.
And Rob Rickles.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, he's part of the CAA Championship men's golf staff. If you didn't see him in every picture that they took there from South Carolina, very, very present.
All selfies, right?
1-2 pitch, and it's lined to right field. That'll get down. And a base hit for Plyler. He's 3 for 3 now, but yeah, congratulations to the men's golf team. Team championship, individual champion. They'll find out soon where they're headed as we get a look at that 3rd hit for Ethan Plyler with 1 out here in the 5th.
Again, traffic on the bases.
Traffic overhead as well. We're in the flight pattern here tonight at Brooks Field. Braden Smith on twice with a walk and hit by a pitch. Official at bats. First pitch in the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. So you've got lefty here in Smith, another lefty in Penfield.
Yeah, but I think they want to see if Allen can get through the inning.
Yeah.
He's doing a much better job now getting ahead of the hitters.
You trust a guy like Allen. Breaking ball, soft contact, dropping in right center field, and a base hit. The runner will go to third. The throw goes to third. A little bit late. Runners on the corners now with one out. Boy, not hit hard again. 72 off the bat.
And give Plyler credit. He read this play perfectly. It was in front of him. All of a sudden, he knew it was going to drop, and he hit the bag hard at second, went into third. So now all of a sudden, first and third, only one out. Seahawks will see how they'll play it.
4-0 Charleston, top of the fifth. One out, runners on the corners for Penfield. First pitch, low.
And you get the feeling for Charleston especially. They've had an opportunity a couple times to extend this 4-1 lead. See if the Seahawks can walk the tightrope one more time.
The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-1 to Penfield. Allen against Charleston the first time only went 5 innings, only 57 pitches in that game. Here he's approaching 100 pitches and trying to get through 5 as well. Fouled off, 1-2.
Boy, a strikeout would look huge here. Outfield deep down to right. Straight away center.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners here in the top of the fifth for Charleston. And that one is golf to left field. Moving to his left is Piniella. He'll make the catch. Runner at third. Plyler will tag and make it a 5-0 ball game. 2 outs now here in the fifth.
Nice piece of hitting. Got a pitch that he could get into the outfield, sacrifice fly. And there's that 5th run on the board. So again, that time with 1 out. The timely hitting, that's the 7th hit on the board for the Cougars tonight. I mentioned the importance, obviously, of the series for both teams. But if you're Charleston, you want to stay within striking distance of that 2nd spot in the South.
Nick Diaz, ground ball to third, that goes foul.
And of course, if I'm right, I think they were dead even with William and Mary heading into the weekend series.
William and Mary right now trails Elon, bottom of the fifth there in Williamsburg, Virginia. Already CAA scoreboard.
Tell you, Elon's been a tough team on a Friday night. They win the first game against Campbell. Took the Seahawks the distance. Here extra innings, and then the distance last week at Elon.
Sweeper misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But I think that's what's so interesting. Obviously, once you hit tournament time, you're gonna see the ace for most teams in day number 1, and that can really just shape the entire tournament.
1-1 outside, doesn't bite on it. 2-1 at Bozeman Field. Softball, bottom of the 6th. UNCW leads Campbell 5-3. Again, the winner of that game wins the South Division heading into the tournament next week at Elon.
And a huge comeback in the first game of this doubleheader for the Seahawks to put themselves in position.
And that's going to be a line drive to left field. Around it is Piniella. Another base hit, extra base hit. It'll be a double for Diaz. He gets Smith to third base as well.
Got a pitch that he could pull. And we'll see how long do they allow Allen to go to one more batter. It's 5. A base hit to push it to 7 would be a huge margin. With that, I believe Randy will come out and make a pitching change.
You've got Tippett a righty and then Holbrook a lefty, but he doesn't want to wait for that lefty to come up to bring in Sobel, it looks like. So wait for the official call to the pen, and I think it's been made. Sobel heads out to the field. The Pepsi pitching change on hand. Pepsi, a proud partner of the Seahawks. UNCW trails 5-0, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position in the 5th. Back in a moment on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisal since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at kennedyres.com.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit oleanderchiropractic.com.
5-0 UNCW trails at a home here to Charleston as Alex Sobel takes over on the mound here for UNCW, a guy that's been used as a starter 6 times, now out of the pen for a 6th time. 0-3, a 6.94 ERA, 23 1/3 innings, 19 hits, 20 runs with 18 earned, 19 strikeouts, and 14 walks. Takes over for Cooper Allen right at 100 pitches, Marty. So a change here, even though it's a righty coming up. Want to make that change and see what Sobel can do to try to get out of this jam with 2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, and this is a big spot. Obviously, both runners on base, the responsibility of the starter, Allen. Allen just had a difficult time getting into the groove today. Charleston made some early contact early, and you know, we talked about the benefits sometimes about the second time through. We talk about that within the game, but you know, having played once in Charleston, they got a look, and it looked like the scouting report was they were looking for first pitch strikes, and when they saw it, they made good solid contact. So Sobel with a key opportunity here. You want to keep it at 5. 2 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd. You're in the top of the 5th.
Allen gave up 8 hits, but also 4 walks and a hit batter as well. So a lot of traffic during his 4 2/3.
He had some control problems last time on a Friday.
So Will Tippett at the plate. A couple of fly outs for him. First pitch from Sobel misses inside.
Runners with good leads off 3rd and 2nd. Shortstop and second baseman. Heels on that outfield grass.
Down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Smith at 3rd base. Diaz at 2nd base. 5-0 Charleston, top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sinker, cutter, slider, changeup.
That changeup can really be effective for the left-hander. Gives you that same arm motion.
1-2. Bounces it in.
Good block by Rickett.
Tippett flied out to right and to left so far. Shortstop in from the right side, facing the lefty Sobel. This pitch ahead of it finds it foul. Sobel, the sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina, transferred from Gaston College. Kicking the pitch outside. And full count now to Tippett. 2 outs, 2 on.
As you mentioned, lefty-lefty matchup, the next batter through.
3-2 swing and a miss. You see foul tips into the mitt of Rickett to strike out and end the inning. And a threat for further damage for the Cougars. It's no runs on a couple of hits, actually 3 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. Middle of the 5th, Seahawks down 5-0 here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Let Marine Warehouse help you build your dreams. Order a custom pair boat to your exact specifications and have it expertly rigged with a Mercury 4-stroke outboard. Pair Marine delivers superior quality at an affordable price. And Mercury outboards are engineered to make every moment on the water unforgettable. At Marine Warehouse, we take pride in working with Pair to deliver a boat that's perfectly tailored to your lifestyle. Contact Marine Warehouse today, 910-799-1277, or visit MarineWarehouseCenter.com.
Hey, you got a sale coming up? Your company have some special offer, a big event. There's no better way to spread the word around town than on the radio. Word of mouth advertising starts right here. See, people in this town, they wait to the last minute to do everything. Make plans for the weekend, buy your concert tickets, whatever. Radio is a great way to reach people right before they make their buying decision. We get people on the move, in the car, driving to the shop. Get heard, get noticed, get results, get radio.
Hi, it's Holly Shaw, General Sales Manager at Sunrise Broadcasting. We'd love to get working for you. To get started, go right now to this station's website or social media.
5-0 Charleston. Bottom of the 5th here at Brooks Field. Mike Vaccaro, Marty Fuhr with you tonight. Doug Carlisle back in the studio. Our SDN crew working hard as well. A little bit chilly out there tonight, coming back here to Wilmington. A hot Friday and Saturday at Elon. Then it was a very cool Sunday afternoon there. The Seahawks have swept. They've won 4 straight. It's a second longest winning streak this season for UNCW. 7-game win streak earlier this year.
Seahawks with only 1 hit through the first 4 innings.
That was the first batter of the game. J.P. Pinella as Bechtel squares the bunt, takes strike 1. 0 for 1, grounding out to the third baseman Penfield back in the 2nd.
Ground ball outs for the Seahawks tonight.
This pitch up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jordan, Emmanuel, and Carlos on cameras. Cheyenne is on replay, Richard on graphics, and Riley Nance at the controls for us here this evening. 1-1 from Harrington is a fly ball to right field that'll hang up for Diaz. Bounces around, backs up, and makes the catch. 1 away.
So Harrington's been effective. Obviously, got the 4 spot early. Seems very comfortable out there, which is pitching now with what is a 5-run lead. Seahawks just need some base runners, Mike.
Will Terrell lined out to the shortstop. Tippett climbing the ladder in the 2nd. Shift to the right side defensively as the first pitch taken for a strike by Terrell. Sophomore from Nashville, Tennessee. Had 2 base runners. They hit for Pinella in the 1st inning, and Hughes hit by a pitch. That's been it. Harrington's done a nice job high and away here this time.
You remember that only base hit was the bang-bang play at first. That, you know, if they probably called him out on the field, that would have stayed. Instead, he was ruled safe. Not enough to overturn it.
Strike taken by Terrell. I thought that was low. Walks away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Harrington outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Harrington's been getting that inside corner. Couple strikeouts on that. See if he goes inside again.
Down the middle, take it for strike 3. Third strikeout for Carter Harrington.
No question on that pitch. That splits the plate. I'm going to look at it for you here. Good tail. Comes right across the middle, so 2 up and 2 down.
5-0 the score here. 5-3 final score at Bozeman Field as UNCW beats Campbell to win the South Division in softball. This is high to Jones, 1 ball, no strike. So congratulations to Ashley Wade and the Seahawks softball team.
Very young team too,
Yeah.
at some key positions. Really came together once they hit league play.
Lost yesterday and took the doubleheader today to win the South. Strike there will even up the count to Kevin Jones, 0 for 1 with a ground out to third in the third.
So they'll move into tournament play next week.
And Elon, winners in the South Division. 1-1, pop up on the right side. Plyler's second baseman underneath in shallow right field catches it. The Seahawks go in order. 5 straight retired by Carter Harrington. We're through 5. It's 5-0 at Charleston here at Brooksfield, right here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. And Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Now get a 2025 Ford F-150 with 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $4,750 total savings or up to $6,750 in total savings.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Five-0 College of Charleston leads here at Brooks Field tonight. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Holbrook, Ammon, and Johnson to face Alex Sobel for UNCW.
So Cooper Allen's numbers are now final 4 2/3 innings, 5 runs, all earned, 8 hits, 4 Ks, a couple of wild pitches, but Mike, as you may mention, 4 freebies, 4 walks, and a hit batsman. Walks will come back and kill you.
6 runners left on base for Charleston. A number of those in scoring position as well.
The Seahawks offensively been a very quiet night, especially the last 2 innings. A lot of soft outs.
First pitch to Holbrook, misses outside. Reese Holbrook 0 for 1 with a walk, his last time up in the 4th. Top of the 6th inning. Game 1 of the weekend, game 2 tomorrow at 6 o'clock, 5:45 airtime. A line ball to right field off the bat of Holbrook. And Charleston has their leadoff man on once again here in the 6th inning.
So that at bat's almost a synopsis of this game. When the Seahawks have made good contact, it's been a line drive to somebody. Charleston has found the open spaces over the second baseman and into the no man's land in right field. And once again, Charleston with a runner on to lead off an inning.
Third time, the even inning, 2nd, 4th, and here in the 6th is fouled back by Ammon. Drove in 2 runs with a single up the middle in the 2nd. He's 1 for 3 today.
So if you're UNCW, you obviously want Sobel to shut the door here, but you also want some innings out of the left-hander.
Out of play on the right side. 0-2 to Ammon.
And Charleston's attempted a couple of steals, been thrown out both times.
Foul ball.
But they've done a good job going from first to third on base hits tonight. Seahawks with only 2 runners left on base.
Sobel takes a look at the runner. The pitch didn't get the call. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Locals behind the plate don't agree.
Holbrook at first base, breaks to second. The pitch high, the throw on the third base side. It'll get through to center field, but backed up by Bechtel. So a stolen base for Holbrook. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on the batter, Ammon.
Again, this inning, a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. If you're Ammon, if nothing else, you want to advance that runner to third with less than 2 out. Big hole on that right-hand side.
5-0 Charleston. The pitch swung on and missed. Chases there to Zaman to strike out. Big strikeout for Alex Sobel. 1 away.
Good job by Sobel. Made the leadoff batter chase as that ball was about a foot outside. Here's Dylan Johnson. He's 1 for 3 on the day. 369 average.
Saw that chase. Good pitch from Sobel.
That's a big strikeout.
Yeah.
Again, you got to keep it at 5. Give the offense a chance to get in gear.
First pitch to Johnson, low. Preseason honorable mention all conference, having a really good year. Came in batting .369, 9th in the league, 3rd in hits. Graduate from Lexington, South Carolina. The pitch. Strike call there, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, Carter Harrington, the freshman on the mound for Charleston. His ERA is 5.5, but he's had the early lead and he's been in control through 5.
Fastball high, 2-1 the count. Call, letter high, 2-2 now to Johnson.
Johnson doesn't agree with that call. It's kind of been a little moving strike zone tonight.
Crew Chief Joseph Holt behind the plate. That's fouled straight back. Charleston, a team that's been in the conference since 2014. They won the title that season. They've been to 7 regionals. Most recently in 2015 for them. Also a couple of super regionals, 2006 and 2014.
And the Cougars 8th in the CAA as far as batting average. And again, another big strikeout.
Yeah, work on the outside edge taken by Johnson. 2 away now with a runner at second still. Here in the top of the 6th, 5-0 Charleston. Trying to do their best to make it to the CAA tournament, let alone the NCAA tournament right now. And
good break.
Good pitch there from Sobel.
So after the leadoff base hit and the stolen base, a couple of strikeouts, Seahawks can see their way out of this inning.
Alex Lacoste, he struck out twice. He's 0 for 3 off the end of the bat. Fly ball to right center field coming in. Diving play. Terrell cannot make it. It's dropped and a run will score. Good attempt for Terrell, in and out of his glove, and it's 6-0 Charleston.
Again, that ball just falls in before the right fielder. Another 2-out base hit. Another 2-out run scored off the end of the bat. I thought at first maybe Bechtel had a better angle at it and was going to call him off.
So 6-0 the score.
Mike
Plyler now.
I want to say 4 of the 6 runs have come with 2 out.
Straight back. Charleston 4 for 7 with 2 outs. UNCW 0 for 5 so far. 2-out RBIs here for the Cougars. Half of their 6 runs, 6-0 Charleston. This ball away, 1 ball, 1 strike to Plyler, who's 3 for 3, 3 singles. It's been only 1 extra base hit of the 10 hits. That was a double by Diaz.
Oh, that's right.
Last inning. Everything else has been singles tonight. Strike taken now 1 and 2. Coast at first base, the pitch low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Plyler. Johnson also from Lexington, South Carolina.
And this is the start of an 8-game road swing. Cougars 7-6 on the road so far this year.
It's chopped foul. Longest road trip, road swing for them since 2021. They had 11 straight games away from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Patriots Point hosting last year's CAA tournament. Northeastern beating UNCW. Too far away, and now count goes full here to Plyler.
When you look at it, technically it's a road game, but the midweek game is against Charleston Southern this week.
Still get the back home quick. Crosstown rivals as that breaking ball is upstairs, and it's a walk to put runners at first and second base with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 6-0 Charleston, top of the 6th inning. Braden Smith 1 for 1 with a walk and hit by a pitch as well.
That's the 5th free pass issued by Seahawk pitching tonight.
Up and in.
Take a look at that Charleston dugout. You get a sense they feel they can really blow this thing open with a base hit here.
2 outs, moving on contact of the runners. Way outside, 2 balls, no strikes. You've got Lacoste at second base, Plyler at first base.
Plyler's been on base all 4 times.
3 singles and now the walk. As Rickett will head out and talk to Sobel. Nobody warming in the bullpen for UNCW. So he's trying to slow the game down here for Alex Sobel on the mound for the Seahawks.
Sobel already with 29 pitches.
Runner pitches for Cooper Allen, the starter. 5 runs, 8 hits through 4 2/3 for Allen. Scores elsewhere. Campbell now up 7-1, bottom of the 6th inning. In Bowie's Creek, top of the 6th. Elon leads at William & Mary 4-3. 6-0 here. Charleston up and in. 3 balls and no strikes now to Smith. And Penfield on deck. There's a strike taken by Smith all the way, 3-1. Alex Sobel, sophomore lefty, kicks and delivers. Fly ball to center, moving back a couple of steps is Bechtel, makes a catch, and that ends the inning. But the Cougars get another run across on 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 2 more. Middle of the 6th inning, Seahawks trailing 6-0 here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations, Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks!
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Brooks Field. UNCW trailing 6-0 at home to Charleston. And a reminder on the radio, this is ESPN Wilmington, WMFD Wilmington, W269DF Wilmington, and WKXB HD3 Bowling Spring Lakes with Doug Carlisle in the studio. I'm Mike Vaccaro alongside Marty Fuhrer. Our great SDN crew here tonight as well. Those of you watching it on Flo College.
And if you're watching on Flo College, you've been watching Carter Harrington through 5 innings. Only that one hit, that leadoff batter, 3 Ks. But Mike, look at this. Only 57 pitches through 5. He's been efficient.
Incredible. His longest inning, 17 pitches in the 4th. 11 pitches, 3 occasions, a 7-pitch first inning. So it's been good. It's been efficient here. The pitching by Harrington, the first pitch, elevates it and driven to right center field by Thompson. Hard turnaround first, but he'll stick with a leadoff single here for UNCW, just their 2nd hit of the game.
So let's see if that leadoff hit can ignite this offense. Another look at it for you. Right back through the middle. So the Seahawks have their leadoff man on. Seahawks just need to work it one man at a time. As you made mention, this is deep in the game for Harrington.
Piniella now. Swinging at the first pitch, pops it up left side foul territory. Penfield in front of his dugout makes the catch. The third baseman retires Piniella. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Got the ball in on the hands. Foul pop.
Trevor Lucas now 0 for 2. The line out to third and the fly out to left field today.
Seahawks just trying to get some back-to-back offense.
Harrington, first pitch is a called strike to Lucas. 6-0 Charleston. Seahawks chip away here in this 6th inning.
90 miles an hour on that first pitch strike.
Breaking ball, hanging the breaking ball. It's a fly ball to Hammond at left field, and there's 2 away.
Again, efficiency after that leadoff base hit. A couple of pitches and a couple of outs. I'll bring up Thompson.
So far, just a 4-pitch 6th inning here for Carter Harrington, despite there being a runner at first base. Mason Hughes 0 for 1 on base in the 4th, hit by a pitch. Shifting the center fielder toward left as the ball gets away from the catcher Johnson. And a wild pitch advances Thompson into scoring position.
See if the Seahawks can pick him up now with the 2-out base hit by Hughes. It's only the 2nd time this game the Seahawks have had a man in scoring position.
Hughes was the man back in the 4th. Hughes at the plate here. That one is fouled off left side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mason Hughes out of Eastover, North Carolina. He had a really good series down in Mount Pleasant, was 6 for 11 with a home run in that series. Again, 0 for 1 so far tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Thompson at second base takes his lead. Harrington, the kick and the pitch. Inside corner for strike 2.
Harrington just continues to get ahead of the hitters. And getting that inside corner against the left-handers. Just been pitching aggressively with the 6-run lead.
Left side out of play. Probably his best start since his last start against UNCW on March 20th here for Harrington. In that game, again, 7 innings, 2 runs on 6 hits. Here so far, 5 2/3. Only 2 hits and no runs.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Seahawks on Fridays. Huh? It's been the other games that have really ballooned that ERA.
Pop up of the infield. Hughes throws his bat. The shortstop Tippett waits on it. Oh, and it drops in. He had no idea where it was. A run will come in and score.
That'll be a double in the books. It's like a ball off the wall. It looked like the center fielder had a better gauge on the ball. Definitely miscommunication. But the Seahawks will take the run. And let's see if they can take advantage of it. Look at it again.
Did he deke his own teammates?
Third baseman has lost it.
Nobody knows where it is.
And you know, it's an overcast sky right now.
And
all right, so there's your break.
The Seahawks will take it. 6-1 ball game now with Thompson scoring from second. And a double for Hughes. He's at second base. Drops in the first pitch to Rickett for a strike. He put his hands out. I thought he was calling people off, but he was trying to say, I don't know where it is. Third baseman Penfield didn't know. The outfielders really didn't make a great effort to come in. Oh, 0-1. Rickett fouls it off. He's 0 for 2 today.
You want to see Seahawks take advantage of that and turn a single run into a crooked number here. 2 hits in the inning.
Rickett, a guy who came in batting .387 but .467 in league play. Looking for a big hit here. Takes a pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harrington trying to get the chase from Rickett, junior from Waunakee, Wisconsin.
And a big hole in that right-hand side with the second baseman trying to keep the runner at second close.
One-two pitch, up and in. Almost hit his hand. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I tell you, Harrington has not been afraid to go inside on Seahawk batters tonight. He's gotten a couple of called strikes. He's gotten a couple of outs off of pitches off the fists.
So Alex Lyon warming in the bullpen for Charleston. That pitch high and a full count.
You know, sometimes that drop ball with 2 outs, can it rattle the pitcher a little bit?
Looked like a casual pop-up that was going to end the inning. Instead, it produces a run. 6-1 ball game. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch to Rickett is a fly ball to center field. Holbrook gets his bearings and makes a catch. And that'll be it for UNCW. But they get on the board, 1 run on a couple of hits. No errors and a man left on base. We're through 6 innings here at Brooks Field. It's the Seahawks trailing 6-1 on Flo College and ESPN Wilmington.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match along. Get a fluffy sausage egg biscuit, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. For a limited time, mix and match any 2 for just $5 at Hardee's.
Hey Seahawk fans, Heath Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're refinancing or purchasing, let Alpha Mortgage close your loan on time, every time. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Go Hawks!
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
Hey Seahawk fans, Heath Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're refinancing or purchasing, let Alpha Mortgage close your loan on time, every time. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Go Hawks!
Six to 1, UNCW trailing as they turn to Bromley Thornton now on the mound. Thornton again, not a starter, but now a guy that could come in out of the bullpen and possibly pitch twice on a weekend series. So Thornton, take a look at his numbers. He's 3-2 with 3.99 ERA, 13th appearance, so his third in relief. 47 1/3 innings, 41 hits, 23 runs with 21 earned, 51 strikeouts, and 22 walks. As he's a third Seahawk on the mound, Cooper Allen the starter, Alex Sobel, and Al Thornton.
So Thornton features that sinker. He's effective when he keeps the ball down low. He struggles sometimes with his control. Alex Sobel's numbers are now complete. An inning and a third. Couple base hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts. So it's up to the right-hander right now to keep this at a 6-1 ball game. So you're used to being the starting pitcher, but he's, as you made mention, he's had some midweek appearances coming out of relief. So this is his role right now, to be the right-hander coming out of the bullpen in situations like this. Again, he needs to keep it at 6-1. 6-10-0, the line score for Charleston. Seahawks 1-3-0.
Penfield, first pitch outside. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly to left field last time up in the 5th inning. Top of the 7th here at Brooks Field. Thornton stretches back, a couple of toe taps. Squeezes the glove, swing and a miss. Penfield, 1 ball, 1 strike now for the third baseman.
So one thing we've seen from Bromley this year, he will get his strikeouts. When he's on, he's got great movement.
Pitch here, swing and a miss. Changing speeds there on Penfield as well.
Again, that sweeper's his out pitch. It'll move right in and go down towards that left-handed hitter.
Pitch here, ground ball right side. Charging in from second is Hughes as he was in shallow right field with the shift and able to make the play, 1 away in the 7th.
So if you're the Seahawks, you get a gift run in the 6th inning. Now you need to have a nice clean inning and try to build off that momentum. As expected, nobody up in that Charleston bullpen.
No 1, 2, 3 innings. Cooper Allen saw the minimum in the first because of the strike him out, throw him out. That ended the inning, a swing and a miss here for Nick Diaz. Diaz 2 for 2 with a walk today. He's driven in 2 with a single back in the 2nd inning. He doubled to left field in the 5th. Only extra base hit. Now the ball gets away from Thornton and he hits Diaz. Another free pass puts Diaz at first base. 6-1 our score. Seahawks trailing here in the top of the 7th with 1 out.
Once again, an inning with base runners for the visitors. That's probably the second pitch we've seen slip out of Thornton's hand already this inning.
Will Tippett, the shortstop, 0 for 3.
See if the Seahawks can get a ground ball in turn 2.
Late break, just misses hitting Tippett there, but it missed the strike zone inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
And that's sometimes when you're a batter, it's easier said than done. But sometimes you turn that lead shoulder into that pitch with that late break.
Way outside, 2 balls and no strikes now to Tippett.
They overthrew that one. Again, consistency and control has been the key to Bromley's success or his downfall early on.
2-0 is fouled off, 2-1. Before his first hit is Will Tippett, grad transfer from South Carolina.
It's always fascinating, especially when you look at the number of grads on rosters now playing that graduate year.
4 of them in the lineup here for Charleston tonight. Fly ball to right field. Coming in is Terrell, and he'll catch it for out number 2. 2 away with a runner at first base here in the top of the 7th. Seahawks trailing 6-1.
So now with 2 out, let's close the deal if you're UNCW. Again, 3 2-out runs scored for Charleston tonight. Here's Holbrook, 1 for 2 on the day.
4 for 8 with 2 outs for Charleston in this game. And that's lined. Was it out of the reach or was it off the glove? It was out of the reach of Lucas.
Yeah, just foul.
Jeez.
Tell you, that gets down the line. That could be another run. $1,514 in attendance for tonight's opener.
To tomorrow, 6 o'clock first pitch. Waves at the butt, attempt, Holbrook, and it's strike 2, 0-2. Holbrook with a base hit to right field last time up, puts him at 1 for 2 in this game. Also stole a base, his 17th this season. Bromley Thornton with 2 outs and a runner at first base comes set. And the pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Holbrook. Seven toe taps there from Thornton, and the breaking ball to strike him out looking. Again, he does it to throw up the timing of the hitter and able to strike out a Holbrook to end the inning. It's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a man left. Time to stretch here at Brooks Field with the Seahawks trailing 6-1 on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hit the water with confidence in a Carolina skiff rigged with the ultimate Suzuki outboard from Marine Warehouse Center. These boats are designed for stability and ease of use, making them ideal for fishing trips and family excursions. Suzuki brings customers the ultimate lightweight, efficient, and reliable 4-stroke power outboards. To get your Carolina skiff powered by Suzuki, call Marine Warehouse at 910-799-1277 or visit marinewarehousecenter.com.
Hey, you got a sale coming up? Your company have some special offer, a big event. There's no better way to spread the word around town than on the radio. Word of mouth advertising starts right here. See, people in this town, they wait to the last minute to do everything. Make plans for the weekend, buy your concert tickets, whatever. Radio is a great way to reach people right before they make their buying decision. We get people on the move, in the car, driving to the shop. Get heard, get noticed, get results, get radio.
Hi, it's Holly Shaw, General Sales Manager at Sunrise Broadcasting. We'd love to get working for you. To get started, go right now to this station's website or social media.
6-1, Charleston leads. Bottom of the 7th here at Brooks Field. Mike and Marty with you. Glad you're with us on this Friday night, game 1 of the weekend series. Again, game 2 tomorrow moved to 6 o'clock. Thanks to our crew tonight, Jordan, Emmanuel, and Carlos on cameras, Cheyenne on replay, and Richard on graphics. Riley Nance at the controls as well. All right, Marty, you got a gift there with that pop-up that became a double, drove in a run. Scoreless top of the 7th inning for UNCW, trying to get something going now. You've got O'Brien, Bechtel, and Terrell due up here against Harrington in the 7th.
Make Harrington work for it. See if they can go deep into a count.
Ground ball right side of Plyler there, the second baseman over to first. They will not hear. 73 pitches now for Harrington. Again, maybe his best start of the season was against UNCW earlier this year. He went 97 pitches there.
Yeah, and that's where, obviously you get a first pitch strike and you're able to get the base hit. But you also have to show a little patience right now because Harrington is basically just, with the lead, just challenging you on that first pitch, trusting his infield. Another ground out for the Seahawks.
Bechtel, first pitch to strike it. March 20th, he went 7 innings. Harrington, he got the loss. UNCW won that game 2-1. They scored 2 runs in the top of the third. That would be all they would score. Charleston would only score 1 run in the 8th inning of that game. It was against Clay Masonis who would get the save. Marshburn the win.
And Harrington up early, 0-2. Just continues to pitch ahead.
Pitch to Bechtel high, doesn't chase there. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out for Jake Bechtel.
I think that's part of the scouting report too, because when Bechtel gets down in the count, he'll sometimes chase that high pitch out.
This breaking ball is lifted deep to left field. Amon goes back, looks up, and that's gone. The 8th home run of the season for Jake Bechtel on a breaking ball from a Harrington, and the Seahawks get another run on the board, down 6-2.
So there he is. He stays back on that breaking ball, sees it, and punishes it. Now all of a sudden the Seahawks have scored in consecutive innings. See if they can build off of that.
106 off the bat, 373 the distance. Pitch that came in at 81 miles an hour. We'll get a look at it here.
You knew it immediately. And with that, a little bullpen action up for Charleston.
Terrell fly ball will hang up in right center field. Holbrook, the center fielder, in the gap to catch it for out number 2. Boy, still not a lot of pitches this inning for Harrington. Another first pitch out, 2 outs. And it's Kevin Jones now, the shortstop.
A number of first pitch outs.
6 pitches this inning for Carter Harrington, even though he gives up the run. 6-2 UNCW trails. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, bases clear. It's Kevin Jones looking for his first hit. First pitch high. A little check up.
I'll tell you, the way Harrington's throwing, if you're UNCW, you want to get into that bullpen.
Yeah.
Because Harrington's been in control.
It's been really good. There's a strike zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jones. Jones had 5 hits in the series at Mount Pleasant. And 0 for 2 here. They found that home run ball. Ground ball, scooped up by the shortstop. Tippett throws off balance, retires his counterpart Kevin Jones. In the inning, the Seahawks will settle for a run on the home run by Jake Bechtel, his team-leading 8th of the season. We're through 7. Seahawks trailing 6-2 on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Looking for more than a gym? At O2 Fitness, it's about more than workouts. It's about how you feel, live, and move every day. Enjoy luxurious amenities, spacious turf, top-tier equipment, and expert guidance from personal training, Renew Wellness, and Loop Nutrition. Whether it's a quick lift or a full recharge, you'll find the space, support, and energy to show up as your best self. Feel stronger, live well, do more with O2 Fitness.
Hi, I'm Morgan Matthews. Check out Matthews Motors in Wilmington. We have lots of inventory with easy online shopping on the new website, a home test drive and delivery program, a certified pre-owned warranty program, lifetime powertrain warranties, a new truck center, and ASE certified technicians that will keep you on the road. We are family owned and operated, so come check us out and become a member of the Matthews Motors family today.
Jake Bechtel, the home run to left. 6-2 ball game here in this 8th inning. Top half, Bromley Thornton on the mound for UNCW.
Charleston giving up single runs in the 6th and the 7th. And again, another efficient inning for Carter Harrington. Through 7, like 81 pitches, 58 strikes. And I think you can probably count on one hand the number of batters that he has not gotten either strike one or gotten ahead of the count.
He has been solid. Rookie of the Week back on March 9th. He's trying to be Rookie of the Week here this week off of this performance if the score holds up. Jacob Ammon leads off here against Bromley Thornton. First pitch, breaking ball inside.
So again, we always talk about it on Fridays, but you know the Seahawks would like to get another inning, maybe even 2 from Thornton. Harrington's got a complete game going through 7 inside there. But I mean, that kind of just sets your bullpen up for the rest of the day.
Alex Lyon was warming up earlier in the bullpen for Charleston. Again, pitch count. 7 innings, just 81 pitches for Harrington. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes here to Ammon.
And not a lot of stressful situations.
No. The first run on that pop-up that became a double and scored a run from second base, and then the home run. It's not a whole lot of traffic. 3-0 pitch. 4-pitch walk to Ammon as he misses outside. That's the way the top of the 8th will start here for Charleston.
When you look at it, at 4 spot in the 2nd inning for Charleston, it's kind of just settled the whole mood of this ball game. They've gotten good pitching, solid defense by the visitors. Again, we talk about the importance of this series for both teams.
Throw to first base.
Whoa.
No, almost wide of Thompson. So Ammon comes in with 16 stolen bases on the season. He was caught stealing in the 2nd.
Thompson saying, I'm over here.
Yeah, that gets past him. Ammon's at 3rd base. First pitch to Johnson. There's an offer at the breaking ball. Johnson 1 for 4, a single back in the 1st. 2 strikeouts, a fly out to center field. Starting catcher here. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes now.
And when he's missing wide, he's missing really off the plate.
Once again outside, it was a 4-pitch walk to Ammon. Now he's behind. Thornton is 3 balls and no strikes to Johnson.
You expect Johnson to take at least 1, maybe 2.
Pitch at the knees for strike, 3-1. Bottom of the 8th, Campbell leads A&T 9-1. Campbell, by the way, is the only team so far to qualify for the CAA tournament. They did that off of sweeping Charleston last weekend. So one of the 6 teams has qualified. Strike 2 taken now by Johnson. Elon and William Mary tied at 4, top of the 8th in Williamsburg, Virginia. Good one there. 6-2 our score here. UNCW trails. Payoff pitch coming to Johnson. Pops it up right side. Chasing is Terrell into foul territory. Will he get there? Yes, he will. He went a long way. Throws to second. The runner stays put at first. Wow. He covered a lot of ground there to the right fielder, Will Terrell.
Nice play. And not only that, he put himself in position to be able to make the throw after the play. Watch it here as this ball just tails away. Bromley does a good job coming back from the 3-0 to get the out. And then he sets his feet, throws a strike into second because the runner at first had tagged, hoping to advance. So now you've got one out.
Runner at first base for Alex Lacoste, first baseman. First pitch from Thornton. Called strike. Lacoste 1 for 4, an RBI single to right field. Last time up in the 6th. Struck out twice, grounded out once as well. Sophomore from Simpsonville, South Carolina. Alex Lacoste. Hammond at first base, takes his lead, ground ball right side. Hughes to second for 1, try to turn 2. Picked by Thompson, they do. 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. Some stellar Seahawk defense in the 8th keeps it 6-2. Seahawks down 4 runs. Bottom of the 8th inning comes your way next here on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hit the water with confidence in a Carolina skiff rigged with the ultimate Suzuki outboard from Marine Warehouse Center. These boats are designed for stability and ease of use, making them ideal for fishing trips and family excursions. Suzuki brings customers the ultimate lightweight, efficient, and reliable 4-stroke power outboards. To get your Carolina skiff powered by Suzuki, call Marine Warehouse at 910-799-1277 or visit marinewarehousecenter.com.
Hey, you got a sale coming up? Your company have some special offer, a big event. There's no better way to spread the word around town than on the radio. Word of mouth advertising starts right here. See, people in this town, they wait to the last minute to do everything. Make plans for the weekend, buy your concert tickets, whatever. Radio is a great way to reach people right before they make their buying decision. We get people on the move, in the car, driving to the shop. Get heard, get noticed, get results, get radio.
Hi, it's Holly Shaw, General Sales Manager at Sunrise Broadcasting. We'd love to get working for you. To get started, go right now to this station's website or social media.
Seahawks turn the defensive double play to help end the inning. Nice pick there by Thompson at first base. That ball that was bounced by the shortstop, Kevin Jones. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and a new pitcher on the mound is Alex Lyon, preseason all-conference. 3-1 with a 3.28 ERA. 17th appearance all relief, and you see him drop down with the delivery. 49 1/3 innings pitched. 25 strikeouts and 9 walks.
So he will give you a totally different look on the mound than Harrington gave you. Harrington just gave Charleston 7 solid innings. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 Ks. You know, they're both earned, but one of those is earned with an asterisk, as he should have been out of that inning. Now let's see if the Seahawks can do something with the bullpen. And again, first pitch swinging.
Slice foul over the heads of the Charleston players into the dugout.
Here's the ball.
There it is. 1 for 2 today is Thompson. 64-mile-an-hour pitch there from Lyon outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Watching his warm-ups, it was 64, 73. Fouled it back 77 that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You should be able to make contact. You just got to pick up the ball off of that different angle coming out of the release.
Sets up on the third base side of the mound. The righty drops down. It's ground ball, fouled the third base line.
Well, I'll tell you, get the leadoff batter here. You can just build the inning.
Pitch, just inside, it's 65. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball to center. They were playing in, going back, making the adjustment, and the catch is Holbrook as he slams into the outfield wall. He was playing in and toward left field. Great reaction and adjustment by Holbrook. Retires Thompson, one away.
Yeah, and you can see the reaction if you're watching on Flo. There, look how shallow he is, and he's faded towards left. He just takes off, gets a good idea where the wall is, a step, make the pad. He just takes a look over his shoulders.
Piniella now slices this one to left. Ammon, will he get there? Slides and makes the catch for out number 2. Another defensive gem there. Jacob Ammon that time taking a hit away from Piniella.
Tell you what, Charleston throwing the glove out tonight. Remember early on, a couple of line drives speared, taking a couple of early base hits away. And now 2 nice plays in the outfield. 2 up and 2 down for Lucas.
He'll look at it here.
Watch this ball.
Playing shallow. Again, they know they're going to get some weak contact as the first pitch to Lucas is a strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Charleston leads 6-2 here, game 1. Lucas 0 for 3. Takes a pitch for strike 2, 0-2 now to Trevor Lucas.
And if you look at Piniella's at-bats tonight, a couple of fly balls. Obviously a really nice catch on the 1.
Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lyon pitched in game 2 down in Mount Pleasant between these 2 teams. Swing and a miss. Holds 1 and 2. Lucas has reached base safely 19 games. Again, 0 for 3 so far in this one. It's hit foul.
And just a reminder, 6 o'clock scheduled start tomorrow. 2 o'clock matinee on Sunday.
The 1-2. Low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I don't think you're seeing anything above 77 miles an hour so far here from Alex Lyon.
Doing the speed limit.
Yes. Ground ball to tip it. The shortstop scoops it, throws it. Good stretch. Did he keep the foot down? He did. As Lacoste kept the foot on the bag to retire Lucas. A 1-2-3 in the 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Seahawks trailing 6-2 on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hey, grab me 1-2.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
We go to the 9th, game 1 here, UNCW in Charleston. Charleston leads it 6-2.
We're talking about Harrington, how efficient he was during his 7 innings, only 81 pitches. Lyon throws 14. So as a staff, as they go into the 9th inning, they've only thrown 95 total pitches. Been ahead of the hitters for the most part all game long.
They've been aggressive. They're not striking out. That was something we talked to Randy Hood about. That series at Elon, they had a total of 10 strikeouts. This is a team in UNCW that averages almost 9 strikeouts a game. They had a season low 1 in game 2. So again, not striking out here, but very aggressive and having some shorter at-bats because of that aggressiveness at times here in this game as well.
And again, give Charleston credit. They've made a couple good defensive plays. We saw 2 nice plays in the outfield in the bottom of the 8th inning to keep the Seahawks off the board.
Bromley Thornton came in to start the 7th, pitched the 7th and 8th, and now starting this 9th. First pitch runs inside. It's swung on a miss by Ethan Plyler. Plyler, 3 hits and a walk. He's been on base all 4 times. The 0-1. Nice breaking ball there, taken for strike 2, 0-2.
Again, a look from our center field camera. Watch Bromley toe the rubber. So now you're at 15. You see the batter sometimes just gets impatient. I'll go deep into that clock. Here's the shoulder movements.
Toe tap with a 1 on the pitch clock. Strikes him out. He came inside with the pitch and strikes him out. Looking for out number 1 in the 9th.
Just gets the batters antsy, just waiting, patient. And again, when he's on and throwing strikes, it's so effective because, just throws the rhythm totally off.
Braden Smith now with 1 out here in the 9th inning. 6-2 our score. Charleston leads. His first pitch, their first strike. A lot of movement on it from Bromley Thornton.
86 miles an hour on strike 1. And just joining us, Charleston, a 4 spot in the 2nd, single runs in the 5th and 6th. Seahawks countered with a single spot in the 6th and the 7th.
1 misses away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Only 1 extra base hit, a double for Charleston. For UNCW, a home run from Jake Bechtel. Shift to the right side with a lefty, Smith. Working him away too much. 2-1.
And the Seahawks home this weekend and home again on Tuesday before they hit the road for a conference weekend against A&T and close conference play at home against Campbell.
Two-1 outside, 3-1.
Conference tournament will be played on this field later in May. I believe tournament tickets have gone on sale.
UNCWsports.com/buy tickets. Get those tickets now. Again, Campbell, the only team officially qualifying. This pitch is fouled off 3-2. UNCW with their RPI in good standing. I don't think there's a way for them to not get in there. Things would really have to fall apart for them to not make it.
If it would end today, they'd be either 3rd or 4th. And again, if you win your division, you get that first round bye.
Fouled off by Smith, stays 3-2. He's been on base 3 times. The walk, hit by a pitch, and a single. May 20th to the 23rd. 24th if necessary game. The pitch, drops it in nicely there. Goes to the sweeper and strikes out Smith. Looking, back-to-back strikeouts, looking 2 outs now as we get a look at it.
Look at it here. That ball just drops in there. That's Bromley's 3rd strikeout in 2 2/3.
Penfield now drove it a run with a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. He's 0 for 2, also on base with a walk and a run scored back in the 2nd. 6-2 our score, Seahawks trailing. Ground ball right side. Mason Hughes picks it over to first base. Good inning defensively, and for Bromley Thornton, a 1-2-3. So we flip it over to the bottom of the ninth. The Seahawks trailing at 6-2. A chance maybe to walk it off once again here. They did that the last time here at Brooks Field. Back in a moment on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Hey, grab me 1-2.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the ninth inning. The Seahawks, last time here, rally to walk it off against ninth-ranked Coastal Carolina. Trying to do it in league play here. They'll have 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Hughes, Rickett, and O'Brien to face Alex Lyon in the bottom of the ninth inning.
So look at these numbers for contrast. Seahawk pitchers have thrown 171 pitches through 9.
First pitch popped up by Hughes in the infield. Who has it this time? It's going to be Tippett, the shortstop, on a 1 pitch, 1 out.
That was the 96th total pitch from Charleston.
Another 1 pitch out as well.
They're just, you talked about the aggression at the plate. They're just a lot of quiet outs for the Seahawks today.
Aiden Evans now will pinch hit for Rickett. 1 out. At the top of the bottom of the ninth inning with the Seahawks trailing 6-2. Aiden batting .284 on the season, takes the first pitch outside. John Newton's on deck for UNCW as well. So he'll pinch hit for O'Brien, ground ball foul, or excuse me, hit it back into the net foul. One ball, 1 strike to count. Bottom of the ninth inning, game 1. Charleston leads 6-2 for a big win after getting swept at home and run-ruled last Friday by Campbell. All the way, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Campbell winning big again today. Last time we checked.
11-1 final score as Campbell beats A&T.
So if the scores hold up, Campbell extends its lead in first place in the Southern Division.
That one spun in there, fly ball, left center field. Will hang up for the center fielder Holbrook, who makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down, bottom of the ninth inning. Seahawks trailing 6-2. And it's Newton pinch hitting for Danny O'Brien. John Newton started really have some productive at-bats for UNCW. Had the game winner last weekend. Pinch hit, base hit against Elon on Friday. Batting .153 on the season now.
And that victory on Friday really kind of set the stage for the rest of that series. Much like what we saw when Elon was here and the Seahawks won that game in extra
16.
innings, and then Elon went quietly in the night on Saturday and Sunday.
That pitch low, 1 ball, 1 strike now to John Newton. The game was tied at 8 last Friday. Terrell at second base, and he drove in. Pinch hit, base hit to right field. 2 outs here. 1-1, ground ball down the line at third. It gets through all the way into the corner. Extra bases here for John Newton. The Seahawks not done yet here with 2 outs. A runner in scoring position.
Newton gets a pitch that he can pull. Just gets it over the bag. Interestingly enough, third baseman also playing him to pull, but literally right over the white bag into the corner. 2-out base runner. Seahawks are still alive.
Jake Bechtel, the home run last at bat in the 7th.
He just wants to get on base, keep the line moving.
First pitch is a called strike. 1 for 3 Bechtel, so he's had 2 hits in this series, the season series. Both have been home runs for Bechtel.
Seahawks only had 1 hit going into the 6th.
Fly ball to right field. Diaz to his left and will make the catch and in the ball game with the fly out to right field. 6-2 final score. Charleston takes game 1 behind their freshman starting pitcher Carter Harrington. We'll take a break. When we get back, our Window World Wilmington Clubhouse Report comes your way here. Again, the Cougars with the win. 6-2 your final score from Brooks Field. Back in a moment on Flow College and ESPN Wilmington.
Unlock your career potential with the Cameron School of Business at UNCW. Our flexible graduate programs offer rolling admissions, applied learning opportunities, and tailored career support. Whether you're interested in our master's program in business analytics, finance, supply chain management, accountancy, computer science and information systems, or our highly regarded MBA program, we have the right degree for you. Apply today.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Bold hand-breaded chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits. Grab your tailgate box and tailgate like a legend this season with Bojangles. It's bow time.
For over 25 years,
Window World has been Wilmington's leading exterior remodeler.
From Window World of Wilmington.
I'm Joey Pollard, and this is my daughter Hannah. We offer endless window options and colors.
Talk about instant curb appeal.
Whether supplying storm protection or security,
Window World has you covered.
Backed by our lifetime limited warranty.
Window World is still offering superior products
at great prices. Thank you, Wilmington.